Q103.
Cool that I said all that. Is it chill that you're in my head? Cause I know that it's delicate.
Q103.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Q103.
Like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah.
Q103Lakeland.com.
All right, it's game day. You only got one job to do. That's win. That means you stay focused for 4 quarters. Know your assignments and finish on every play. Don't be looking for shortcuts, and don't even think about making excuses. Because if you want the W, you're gonna have to earn it.
Kyle's gonna run him down.
And can the Kyle run him down? Great snap right up the middle, and they held it.
Man motion.
Motion, he turns the corner.
Oh, he's got a block. Go, 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 go.
Ooh, big hit. That number 1.
That number.
Josiah Hill to the outside, makes
For
a
the
good
first
run.
down.
Started backfield, Josiah to his right, got a man in motion. Josiah
Oh,
takes
he's
the
got
ball.
a lane. He's got a lane.
Oh, what a great. Hands it back to Josiah, who cuts it back to the left. Another first down. Another first down there in the backfield. Josiah there.
There he is.
Long throw.
Let's go!
Oh, he did. That was a shoot that fell off. So what a great pass.
Let's go!
Catch. Taking the field. Our captains tonight was Kobe Conley, Rasheem Robinson, Rashad Brockington, and I forgot who the other one was.
Did you get Colby Conley?
Yeah, Kobe. Oh, Kyle Brockington. Kyle Brockington. And so we are just now about ready for the kickoff. Keith, how's things going with you, man? Did you have a good week so far?
Pretty good week. Like to end it on a winning note tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be great to come here and do a big upset here in Atkinson County? I know the coaches have been working hard with the guys. I know that anytime you make mistakes in your previous games, and we've made plenty of them, but that gives you an opportunity to get back in the film room, learn from those mistakes, take it to the practice field, and get better. And so I know the coaches have been excited about this game and watching these young men win. I know that the junior varsity beat Pierce County.
Beat Pierce County yesterday, 22-16.
I'm a graduate of Pierce County. I actually graduated from Pierce County. And but I was pulling for those Lanier County Bulldogs. It's good to see those young puppies get a win yesterday, and I'm hoping that some of that rubbed off on these boys here tonight. And it will be a great upset here at homecoming night here in Atkinson County. And so the Rebels are going to kick off, so we'll be receiving. We've got Keontae, and who's that over on the far side? Is that Kyle?
That's going to be C.J. Johnson. C.J.'s back tonight.
Taekwon's there in the middle. Oh, so C.J.'s back
C.J.'s
tonight.
back, got him healthy.
We've really missed him the last several games.
He got a little playing time yesterday to rub the rust off a little bit.
Good deal.
And he's ready to go.
And here's the kickoff. Kicks it over to the right side. Picked up there by number 6. Makes a couple of twists and turns. Sharif Bacon there on this is about 25-yard line. Might have picked up a yard or two there on the return. And so not a long kick, but It was fielded well and able to secure the ball. And so we'll start off. And you know what? It was
Offsides
I
on.
was just about to say, Keith, can you believe we had a kickoff without a penalty?
Without a penalty.
And the coach just looked over at me and says, well, we had offsides. So I'm sure that Coach Williams is going to have them to kick it again. Who's number 42?
Number 42 is going to be Brooks Vollrath.
Well, okay. He's a freshman, right?
He is a freshman.
Young man up there. And so,
Played an excellent game yesterday at linebacker
okay.
over in Pearson
You
County.
see him standing there on the line there and earning some stripes tonight as a young freshman.
Yes,
So,
he gave that Pearson County quarterback all he wanted yesterday afternoon.
I hear you. But that'll move the Atkinson County Rebels back 5 yards. So so we're going in the right direction already tonight. So let's kick it off again and see if we can't pick up a couple yards this time. And there's the kick. A little deeper, a lot deeper actually. Keontae with the ball on the 10-yard line. Got some good blocking there. And it looks like we ended up losing about 2 yards on the
we gained a couple. We went from the 26. I think that's going to be to the 28. So we gained about
All right,
2.
well, we gained about 2.
Gained
there you
three.
go, 3. Gained 3. And so that worked out. So we're still headed in the right direction there. And so that will bring to the field our offense when we led by young sophomore Rashad Brockington. Rashad's done a fine job this year, and I think that the coaches have seen some things, and we may be changing up a little bit. Of course, Isaiah George, one of those big linemen, broke his leg a couple of games ago, and so he's been missed, and so that's kind of been a vacancy there on the line.
That's right. We got a few guys back tonight, though. We got E.J. Brown back at wide receiver.
E.J. and C.J. back.
Mentioned C.J. being back.
Josiah's going to line up there to Rashad's left. Keontae in motion. And we've got maybe movement. I think Keontae, he was going in motion, so why did he? I'm not sure. He called that as a false start. Must have went back towards the line or something. I'm not sure what he did there.
Well, if he did, the guy on the other side would have to call it.
That's what I would have thought. If he's facing you, right?
He's coming towards you. That would be your call.
So the man way over here who did not have the view made that call. So we've already had 2 penalties and hadn't yet snapped the ball. Keontae is in motion. Taekwon with the ball on the outside, a little screen pass.
Not much.
It looks like we're going to maybe pick up a yard. I like seeing them get Taekwon into the game early. I tell you, EJ over here, number 11, he actually had his number 3 beat. Of course, the ball was going the opposite direction, but that number 3, he's got him about a good head above that number 3. He's probably a good 12, 14 inches taller than that number 3. That might be a matchup that we'll be able to see later on tonight.
But that safety's going to have to make up his mind if he's going to help out on Taekwon or help out on EJ.
EJ, that's going to change everything. Oh, we got
They'll end around and
that was a
drug him.
face mask. No call. Looks like he brought him down by the face mask, but we lost several yards on that play. A little handoff there to Keontae in the backfield, and he was brought down. That didn't fool nobody. It's going to be 3rd and 20?
Let's see where they spotted that ball back about the 19. So, about 3rd and 20.
3rd
Lost
and 20.
about 6 yards.
See if we
7
can.
yards.
And this is what you're talking about, Keith. That safety's going to have to make a decision. Am I going to try to help cover Taekwon or EJ over here? And so if Rashad can have just a little bit of time, maybe he can pick out the one. He rolls off to his right. He throws the ball deep.
He's got Taekwon down there.
He caught the ball. He caught it. And if he'd have stayed on his feet, that's a touchdown.
Yes, it is.
But
Yes, it
but
is.
you know what? He came back this time. A lot of times he don't wait on it, and he actually came back, helped his quarterback out a little bit, went up, made the catch. I was scared it was going to be
they're going to
intercepted.
call they got a flag way back here
my
about
word. They're going to be holding. Probably looks like an area of holding. Yep, holding on the offense.
Didn't see that. Didn't see that at all.
Either. It feels like it's going to be one of those games tonight. We've already had laundry all over the field tonight, and ain't even got 2 minutes in the game yet. But that was a great – you know what? It goes back to what you said. That safety's going to have to decide, and he actually had come in on it. And what a great pass there by Rashad. And that's going to build his confidence up. And so that gave him a little bit of confidence of throwing it deep.
The same crew that marked that ball the other day. When you're inside the 20, the ball is half the distance to the goal.
Well, they moved them all the way back. They put them 10 yards, right?
They moved it 10 yards. They
Instead of half the distance. I mean, that's something we need to check on. I don't know how that works.
So it'll be 3rd and 30 from the 9.
I would have thought it'd been half the distance. So that puts him all the way back on, what, about the 6-yard line. He's all the way in the end zone. He rolls out and gives it to Keontae. Keontae's got actually a, ooh. I tell you, I don't like the way he was carrying that ball there, Keith. All right, that's going to be 4th down, and we're going to have to punt. Man, we went from having a good 30-yard pickup, 1st down, to ended up just about punting out of the end zone. Looks like we may be changing up things a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Colton Hughes is the lone snapper tonight. I don't know that he has lone snap this year in a game.
Don't believe so, but
which we've been kind of barking at him a little bit with the soft, just kind of. That was not too bad. Just did get it off. One of those little rugby-style kicks. Oh, I tell you what, I thought that number 1 there lost it. Look at Colton Hughes, the one who lone snap, was standing by the guy who had the ball. Boy, he shot down there, didn't he?
They can't put a nose tackle
Right,
over the
boy,
long
he shot
snapper.
down there, though, didn't
and
he?
he's the man that needs to get downfield because
And
there's
and
nobody
he's-
blocking him.
And I tell you what, Colton does a great job with tackling and all. That's not a bad that's not a bad play there by our coaching staff to put him in that position because he makes good tackles and he got down there quick. Well, that's going to give them their start there on the 45-yard line. They had an I formation, number 7. Great tackle there. Big old, looks like Kyle Sermons picks him up and slams him to the ground. What a great tackle there by Aeneas Dean and Kyle Sermons. Actually ended up losing about a yard on that play, Keith.
You're going to drop him back to about the 46. Just past 45, so slight loss.
Yeah, he had about the size of a football there, but that's all right. We're still going in the right direction from that standpoint. A great defensive play there. So they got bring big on number 82 here to the far side with number 3. Big
Good
tackle
hit.
there by
Good
number
hit.
3. Is that Aeneas? I mean, not Aeneas,
That's
but
Andreas Anderson.
Yeah, Andreas Anderson. And so what a great tackle, man. I tell you, it looks like the coaches have been working. We've been harping a little bit on some one-arm tackles and some not trying to get in there and fight. These boys are here tonight to fight.
They come out ready.
They come out ready. Last week we never got started. The week before that, I don't even know what team that was. And so they're trying to get to the quarterback tonight. I like that. What a great open field tackle there. They'll hand off to number 7. And again, Rasheed Robinson and Kyle Sermons jumped up on them and again did not pick up maybe a half a yard. That's going to bring out their punt team, I believe. That was 4th down, and they only picked up 4 yards on that entire possession. So you know what? You know what that tells me, Keith? That our coaches have coached this week.
They have.
That was some phenomenal tackling there by those young men. And
Atco is a primarily run-based offense.
Absolutely.
They changed formations throughout the ball game. I watched their film this week. They'll go anything from the single wing to the
I wish
spread.
they'd back up a little bit more. Well, went straight up in the air. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. It took one of our bounce back toward us.
He gonna say we hit the kicker, but we were blocked into that kicker.
They're gonna throw a flag and say we're blocked. They're gonna say
there's no way it was roughing.
I didn't even see it. I actually looked up. I tell you, if that goes, that's just getting crazy.
We had this crew about at the Frederica game.
Oh, is this the same crew we had?
Same
then?
crew.
Well, I want to tell you right now that crew did not impress me at all. I know sometimes when you have a losing record, you get sometimes not the top officials, but still, you've got to be an official. You got to do your job. You got to. Now, that still won't give them a first down, though, would it?
But it depends on if he calls it running into the kicker or roughing the kicker, and then roughing the kicker is a personal foul.
Well, it looks like they're going to kick it again. It looks like. Still fourth down. Still
He
fourth
called it
down.
running into the kicker, but that's
Right.
going to put it fourth and about 2 yards.
So they're going. Or do you think they're going to try to go for it, or? I tell you, if I was a coach, I mean, you're already down here in this area. I don't know that punting is going to make that big of a difference, and so
4th and 2, going to move the ball down.
So this will be a good opportunity for our defense to make a stand right here.
They need to get
Now,
to the 35-yard line.
Got to have
for
some
first.
discipline here. Got to have discipline, guys. Get back, get back. And there it is. Oh, and he twisted around and he got the first down.
Still haven't brought him down.
Damn, still in. Holy moly.
He's going to pick up 10 yards after initial contact.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Keith, they might as well put a quarter in his back pocket and rode him like one of them ponies you see in front of a grocery store or something. Good night. I'm all about wrapping up, but you also got to bring him down. That was a good, strong run there by their running back.
All the way down to the 26-yard line. That's 11 yards.
11 yards. Yep.
There again, that's very costly
That was
mistake.
costly.
On that kick.
Yep.
And to win these kind of ball games, you got to limit those.
Got to limit those. And hey, but you know, at the same time, Keith, I like. Oh, and he almost had him in the backfield. Almost had him. That's all right. The boys.
Colton Hughes and Rasheem Robinson had the pressure on
Had
him.
a tremendous amount of pressure. And, you know, going back to the roughing, I think that was Rasheem that ended up roughing or running into the kicker.
It was.
But you know what? I'll take it because that means our guys are fighting.
That means
they're
they're
getting
being
back there.
aggressive.
You know, instead of just sitting back. I know we don't want that penalty. It was a costly penalty. But, man, hey, let's get in there and fight.
That's what you call a hustle penalty.
A hustle penalty. And I'll
hustle
take
penalty is a lot better than lazy
That's not
penalty.
a stupid penalty or
That's
lazy
right.
penalty or, you know, or one of those that's self-inflicted that you had no right to make. But
defense need to bend their back here and make a good stop.
hand off to number 9. Went
Try
up
to
to the
get
left
outside.
side.
We're going to pull him down for about a 3-4
Looks
yard
like
gain.
Keontae and she was able to bring him down over on the far side. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. I tell you, the defense is actually putting some pressure, and that's something to be excited about right there.
It is. They're down just outside of the 20-yard line. Third and a long 5.
They got him right there. Oh, and he got through the hole. Ended up first down. They had him there, and he
First
tell you,
down on the 15, around the 15-yard line.
Cortez Robinson and Rasheem was right there on top of him, but he was able to get by. Picked up another first down.
About 6 yards up to the 15.
And again, you know, this is a big team. This is a big running team. And they're not just running it down our throats right now. Hands it off there. And again, got it. Rasheem Robinson.
in the backfield.
Rasheem Robinson has come to play tonight. I'm telling you right now that he has come to play.
He had him in the backfield and
he
let
had-
him get loose for about a yard, but he held on to
But
him.
he held on to the shirt tail. And he drug him a little bit, but he didn't pick up much. I tell you, Rasheem is got something lit up under him tonight.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Coach, we beat this team in the spring game.
In the spring game.
And it has to give you a little bit of confidence and make you feel like, hey, we got a chance.
Got a chance. Be a great upset tonight. Bigger school. Homecoming. Cross the county line. Oh, and he's going to go and he's going to pass it. Ooh. Oh, and Rasheem's going to get a – no, that was number –
That's going to be D. Henry.
That's going to be
D.
D.
Henry
Henry roughing the
pass.
passer. The tight end was right across the middle, and it was just underthrew. But, you know, I mean –
Going to give him a first down and go.
Going to give him a first and goal. You know, and again, Boy, you hate that penalty. You hate that penalty.
Well, let's see. The ball's on the 14. They don't mark half the distance. They might carry. They may carry it all the way to the goal line.
May do it. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to be curious of how if they'll call that against Rashad. I tell you, that boy's taken a beating this year. Been on the ground a ton of times, and a lot of times it's not called. So again, that's a hustle penalty, but and it's hard to back off in full steam like that, and you got your ears pinned back.
First and goal, about the 7.
We're going to have to watch that though, because that tight end was wide open. If that would have been a good pass, that would have been a score.
Well, this quarterback is pretty mobile, but he's not much of a passer.
Right. Hands it off to number 9, who went right up the middle. He's going to score. Keith, of course you don't want him to score, but at the same time, that was we fought good on that. And so, it's 4 minutes, 56 seconds left here in the first quarter. And I think there was something to build on. As you look at those boys, the way they played defense on that particular series.
It was, but
the penalties killed us.
The penalties killed us not only offensively and defensively. We had penalties that backed us up offensively. Then we gave them a short field. We run into the kicker on a punt, and I'm usually harping about those, but I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, those are penalties that are hustling. The extra point is good. So that'll be your Atkinson County Rebels 7, Lanier County Bulldogs 0. 4 minutes, 56 seconds left. And so let's see if we can, they're going to kick off here. Let's see if we can't get some good field position and start moving back in the right direction here and get a score and keep this game close. Last week, by the time that we were halfway through the first quarter, I think we were down what? Oh, it was terrible.
We had already down about 3 touchdowns or more by this time last week. So this is going to be a lot of time came off the clock, and but we fought down there. So I tell you, Rasheem's going to be fun to watch tonight. He's got an agenda. Ball set up on the 40-yard line. Same guys in our backfield. You got Keontae and Bacon and Taekwon up the middle.
Like CJ across the way.
I'm talking about CJ over on the other side. Is that Josiah Hill on the other side as well? Deep kick.
CJ's going to get an opportunity from about the 9.
Made it good. Oh, he's got a crease. He's going down the side. Oh, what a
all
great
the way up
play.
to 45.
I tell you what, man, he made a great move there in the back. There's no flags. I saw that. Saw him reach down. He was getting the tee. Thought he was getting some laundry off the ground, but he's just picking up the tee.
You never know with this bunch.
Oh, I tell you what, I was like,
like you say, with the penalties have been hustle penalties. I'm not so disappointed with the boys as I am with the officiating.
Yeah, and you got to let them play a little bit, and but yeah, that's right now I have nothing negative to say about our boys. It's like our coaches have put in some work to making some corrections. I mean, you got Keontae and EJ on this side. You got Taekwon and Josh Sermons on the other. Josiah set up to the right side of Rashad. There's a snap. Handed off to Josiah.
Can't pull him, Aeneas. You can push him. You can't pull him.
I mean, you can't pull him. Aeneas wanted to just kind of pick him up, put him on the back. Kind of got ahead of him, didn't he? And but, hey, you know what? Picked up a yard. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago up in Telfair, we got a big first down call back because we pulled the back instead of pushing the back. And just don't work that way. I don't get.
That's a crazy call, though. I mean, I tell you what, I know the ball's going to come over here to EJ sooner or later.
Running some option here.
Oh,
good pitch.
Good pitch. That's all right. Number 12. That's CJ, right?
Number 12, CJ Johnson.
So CJ, a little pitch. I tell you what, you can tell we've been missing him. He's had got some great positive yards, all-purpose yards.
Across midfield, about the 48.
That makes a really I shouldn't say easy 3rd down, but I mean that's a great place to be when you got 3rd down. It's 3rd and 3. That gives you several options.
A 7-yard pickup.
Yep. You got Kyle and EJ on this side. Here goes the
Nice
option
little
again.
option play this way. Thinks I got it first
Got
down.
a first
I believe
down.
he's close to
He'll
it.
spot. I see the guy on the other side. Looks like he kind of got him short. Well, I tell you what, man, that ball sure looked like it was further than that.
4th and short. I think early in this ball game, I might go for this.
I think he's going for it. I like to see him jump off sides right here. You know, get a hard count. They tried to do a hard count. Nothing coming. He's getting a call in. Rashad out to the right. Then he got a first down to Keontae on the outside.
Great play.
That was a great play to, number one, to stay alive, not to get tackled. You know, one of the things they're doing tonight, Keith, is the line's been collapsing. Now, I did talk to the coach a little bit. It's one of the things that we've done the last 2 years. Matt White was quarterback, Noah was quarterback. When the line can't hold, sometimes we have to shift that quarterback to the outside.
That's
you know?
right.
Roll him out and give him that second so your receivers can get open. And they're rolling him out to the right. Of course, that's a lot more comfortable. And that kind of puts our side over here a little disadvantage because he'll have to throw across his body. There's the snap. He looks back. Again, gives Keontae right up the little middle screen, right up there, and picks up. Looks like about what?
About 6 yards.
6 yards.
Close to 6, 5 to 6 yards.
And so by moving him out, it takes a lot of pressure off the line. You know, when you take Isaiah out, and, of course, our line's small anyway, that's giving our receivers just that extra second to get open, and also gives Rashad an opportunity to look around and try to find that man. And in the last 2 plays, that's been evident when he's found Keontae in, I believe it was CJ or whatever it was to play before.
That's right. Nice little drive we got going here.
Nobody in the backfield. Keontae in motion.
Snap a little high, but
yeah, little pitch. Hey, picked up another.
He's up close to a first down.
Oh, man, I tell you, he's right on the marker over there.
Can't
where
be
they
shy
spot.
by much.
Like he might be shy about the length of a football. I tell you, look at the sky back there toward, I guess that's the south or the west, I guess, southwest. It is dark. It's kind of nasty looking, ain't it, Jeremy? And we ran through a little bit of rain coming over. Yeah. Josiah set up to Rashad's right. Hands it to him. Cuts back. Goes right up the middle with a great run there by the young man.
Down inside the 20.
Right down inside. I tell you what a great run. He ran up,
down to the
7 yards, 8 yards?
9 yards up to the 18. It'll be a first down.
I tell you, that coach is upset on the sideline. And so he's sending in a guy. And I love when them coaches get mad like that. And it's not our coach. And
I tell you something else. We get down here and score. We have got a kicker now.
we do?
We picked up a kicker this week.
All right. Rashad's back. Oh,
E.J. Brown complete down to the 10.
No. He threw it 50 yards to pick up 5.
About 8.
About 8. You know, a 9. That's a long pass there across the backside. That's a hard pass for a quarterback. And that ball didn't have the zip on it I wished it did, you know, especially going across that because that's kind of scary. But still a great play. The backfield is open.
Another little screen.
Oh, that was.
Might get back to the line. No, he won't.
Nah, that was a little scary. Josiah on the other side was open, and he threw that inside screen there to Keontae. And
they kind of sniffed that one out
yeah,
a little bit.
they sniffed that one out a little bit. And
Going to lose about 3.
Yeah, I think he had an opportunity there on that one to maybe get a little better. 3rd and 4. Ball is on our 13.
About the 13-yard line. I'm going to call that a long 3. Closer to 3 than 4.
Rashad rolls out to his right.
He's going to keep it.
He
might score.
And he's going to score.
Flipped over. He's going to be down at the 1.
Flips
no,
over.
he called him in. He said he scored.
I tell you what.
The one man said he scored, and the other guy's pointing at the ground. We'll see what they're going to do.
Well, Dwayne Culpepper is standing in the background. We give a shout-out to DC Photos out there. But I hope he got that on a shot there because You remember John Elway running in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? That's what it looked like. All I saw was Rashad's feet up in the air from my view from here.
The back judge says touchdown.
Touchdown. The front one
the
says
side judge says no.
Well, they've got the ball marked on about the 1-inch line. You know, and this is where we just don't have the size of the guy that we need to punch. That white cap, I just don't think he's going to give us anything.
The one guy said touchdown. He signaled touchdown immediately.
That white hat, I just don't see it. Touchdown. Well, I'll be Swanee.
The back judge called touchdown
and that's his call, isn't it? I mean,
that's his call. He was standing on the goal line. The other guy was behind the goal line. That's his call.
And, boy, I hope Dwayne got that picture right there because that's good. Now, tell me about this kicker. Who we got?
I cannot remember the kid's name. His mom teaches at the elementary school. He played on the basketball team. He moved here from Berrien a year or two ago. I cannot call the kid's name.
Number 98. So we'll see if he can't.
But he kicks the ball. I think he's 10th or 11th. He kicks the ball from the ground. He doesn't use the wedge.
No wedge, no nothing, huh?
Bad snap.
Block kick. Bad snap. Wasn't nothing we could do about that. And so that's all right. That's all right. Well, we
41 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we're down 7-6.
Yep.
Much better ball game.
Coach Williams coming out there and giving all of his guys high fives, and first one he gave a high five to was the kicker. Said, hey, you know what? We'll get them next time. And so I love it when the coach gets out there and showing these boys. How about that? 4 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the first quarter, and we're only down by 1 point, and something to be seen.
Kid's name is Griston.
Griston?
Griston. I can't. Griston
Griner. Do you know if he's a sophomore or junior? A junior. All right. Well, we're going to look forward to getting to know him and seeing some of the things that he's going to be able to do. And hopefully, Keith, he'll have a lot of practice. We'll get some opportunities.
Get some more chances in this ball game.
Get some more chances in this ball game.
Could not remember his name. I know his mom was one of Molly's teachers last year.
Well, I tell you, we've been needing a kicker, and that's a bad snap. So, and I didn't see who was snapping that. I don't know if Colton does that snap or not. And so,
well, when you don't have a kicker, that's not something you practice a lot.
It's not. Even when you do have a kicker, it's not something. In the last couple of years, Noah was our kicker, and so I mean, he would stay after a little bit. But then when T came along, when Metzner came along, I mean, the kicking took care of itself. He didn't have to practice.
That's right. That's right.
I think that kid was born with a gold foot.
Yeah.
And there's the kick. And he just kicks it high. He's going to recover it on the 9-yard line. Man, I tell you what, Taquan Baker was all the way down there. Oh, there's a block in the back.
Yeah, we got a flag. There's a flag was thrown on that.
Josiah Hill was able to bring him down on the 40-yard line, but if they don't call that block in the back,
the flag come flying in from way back.
Way back.
Man in the white hat thrown it.
The flag's on the 30-yard line. Boy, Taquan could have cleaned his clock, and I don't even know what that sign is, but it's against the Rebels. I don't even know what that was.
I've ever saw it.
I've never seen that call.
Fist bumping.
That's a new one on me, so I'm not going to sit here and even some kind of personal foul, I guess. So
should take him back about to the 15-yard line. If the flag's laying on the 30.
Yeah, and we'll wait to see where they're going to put the ball at. He keeps walking. Well, look at there, all the way back to the 15-yard line. And so whatever fist bumping means, some kind of personal foul, I reckon, is it was good for us. But I saw a big block in the back. Taquan's got to learn to break down.
Helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet. Helmet to helmet. Kind of like a targeting call, I guess. And so, all right, well, that's new one on me, so we'll learn a little bit tonight. Yeah, man, Colton Hughes had him and just couldn't break down to make the tackle.
We got somebody, he's getting up. Looked like somebody was down over there, but
Colton Hughes had him in the backfield, but just couldn't get his arms around him. And it looks like he was able to get up to that left side and pick up about 6 yards. About 6 yards. But you know what? Our defense is getting in the back. I mean, they're getting back there, putting some pressure on the guys. But those defensive ends can't crash. They're going to have to play their positions because they're going to try to hit those corners. coming over here to this side.
Same play, other way.
Again,
Colton hit him. That time he got help.
Rasheen wrapped him up again. I tell you what,
Little to no gain.
Rasheen Robinson's here to play tonight. And I think he was the defensive player of the week last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe he was.
I know Kyle Brockington was one of them, and I think he was maybe in special teams or something. And then there was I had it, and I don't know what I did with it.
That's going to be the last
that
play
was already
of the
the end
quarter.
of the first. I tell you what, man. That was the first quarter there, Keith.
That was a quick quarter. Atkinson County runs the ball, and
you don't realize how much it
clock
goes.
Runs fast.
And so while they're moving down to the other end of the field, we'll take just a moment to hear a word from our sponsor and take a break.
Q103.
Cool that I said all that. Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate.
Q103.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Q103.
Like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah.
Q103Lakeland.com.
And we're back. And they're bringing their guys there on the field.
And a big third down play here,
big
too,
third down play here. And maybe we can get some discipline here. Our boys don't jump off sides or anything.
Third and a long 3.
There's the quarterback keeper.
We hit him.
And we got him in the backfield, and that's going, he went nowhere.
Might have gained a half a yard.
Boy, I tell you what, I don't know. Everything just kind of died out here all of a sudden. It was like, I don't know, just kind of quiet. But I would think that they're going to kick this ball now, being that they pin back, and all the way down on our 20-yard line, 21-yard line.
Ryan, something I've noticed, and I didn't see on that play, but on a few plays earlier, and I didn't think about it, number 2 has been being their quarterback in the film that I've watched. They got a 16 or a 13 been back there in the backfield.
I think that was number 7 there that actually – number 7's been back there. So, it's kind of been going back and forth. Of course, we've got trying to see who we got back here in the backfield. Keontae. Good punt. Right to Keontae. Please don't. There's no phone. There's no flag.
Good return. Back up to the 41-yard line.
By Bacon. I tell you what, though, man, that was close to being a block in the back.
Very
it
close.
was right in front of the white hat, and it's like,
I think the guy didn't fall down, and that might have helped us a little bit.
You kind of pulled up. I think he hit him a little bit on the side there. But, man, what a great return there. I don't know. I think it was Keontae that took it back. I couldn't tell what number it was that was over there. But that's going to bring us all the way back to just off the side of the 40. So about the 41, between the 40 and 41. I tell you what, we could score right here, make a huge dent, wouldn't it?
It sure would. It could give us some momentum, get our guys some confidence.
But look at our boys running through the field. You got Taekwon and CJ on this side. You're going to have EJ and I think that's Keontae to the far side. There's a snap. Good snap. He's got a little time. Rashad takes it. He's going to pick up a few yards.
Going to run it, get about 5 yards running it.
Took a big lick, but he all the way down. Looks like he picked up maybe 5.
I like that.
Maybe 6.
I like to see him
be a little bit more. He's got so much skill and ability. Of course, we don't want our quarterback to get hurt but at the same time, if there's 5 or 6 yards there, pick it up, and don't drop back and get a sack. That line's, it's going to collapse. We don't have a line that's going to be able to hold it for 5 seconds to give you time to look around. So if it's not there, take whatever we can get. So
and you don't have to get it all at once.
No. He picked up, 5 yards on that play. So now you got a very manageable 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6.
Going to run this option again, and he's going to keep it.
He's going to keep it again. Goes right up the middle, and he's got a little lane. He's keeping his feet.
He's inside the 15.
I'm going to tell you right now, you know, I was hard on Rashad the last couple of weeks because I know what his ability is. And he had some bad nights the last couple of games. Tonight is Rashad that I know. And the ability, and you can kind of you see his head bobbing a little bit. He's got some confidence.
We're inside the 25. I think I said the 15, but we're down about the 23-yard line. That was about a 13-yard run for a first down.
First down. But I tell you, having Rashad given that ability to make that dual threat in the backfield, and with our wide receivers now and the safety, it's going to have to give them. That's going to open up.
That's got to open up.
That's going to open up. If you can get on that in that
trips on this side.
Trips. Are they going to stack or just? They're going to call timeout. Taekwon, I think, has kind of lost
confused.
A little bit, a little confused. No,
delay a game.
Delay a game.
That was a quick whistle.
That was a quick whistle.
We break the huddle, and he calls delay a game.
Wow. I thought we called a timeout the way it looked. So I thought our guys were a little confused. But so that's going to take us first and 20.
First
or
and
15. First and 15.
Back to 28. Don't need to panic, though. Just
No. Rashad keeps the ball again. Blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
He got it back up to about the 25.
That was an interesting call. We had trips out here stacked up on the outside and ended up running to that side. And on quarterback keeper. We're going back to that same look. You've got
second down and about 13.
EJ to the far side. CJ, Keontae. Oh, we got 4 on this side now. Rashad's going to keep it.
Oh, I wish he hadn't cut back.
I wish he
he'd have kept going
just
to the outside.
Just go to the pole. I mean, you know, he saw the touchdown instead of the couple extra yards we'd have picked up. But I tell you, the field was over here. I'm going to show you something, Keith. Notice our boys. Look where our boys are over there. In the last couple of weeks, they've been stretched out all the way down the field, not even interested in the game. And every one of those boys on the sideline over there are heads up in this game right now.
That's right. It's good to see.
Yeah, you know, they're into it. You know, they're pulling for their guys out there. They got some spirit about them.
Third and a long 6.
Third and a long 6.
Still don't have to get it all right here. We're in 4 down territory.
Yeah, we're in 4 down territory. Rolls out. Pitches out to CJ. Big tackle there.
Didn't give it about a yard, maybe lost a yard.
Big tackle there by number 9. CJ wasn't able to pick up anything. And we're going to have to watch it because I think
4th and about 7.
Number 54, Kelvin, right?
Kelvin Gaines
was look, he was holding on that play. We have to be a little careful on that. Got away with one there, looks like.
No gain on that play. Be 4th and 6, long 6.
Probably start off with a hard snap.
Stacks on both sides.
There's a snap. Across the middle.
Complete. That's going to be a touchdown.
That's going to be and it kicks in.
He's in there.
He's in there. Touchdown.
Bulldogs take the lead.
Lanier County. What a great throw there by Rashad over to Taekwon over the middle. And nothing fancy. A little post pattern there. And I tell you, the safety had pulled off and looked like he'd gone with Keontae and allowed Taekwon to go across the middle there.
I just don't know I hate to be too confident, but I just don't know they have enough skilled players to keep up with ours. We may not can stop their power running game, but
well, what do we know about their record? I didn't have a chance, man.
They come in 2-2.
2-2.
Common opponent, they did beat Montgomery. We lost to Montgomery.
And I tell you what, Montgomery was a good team too. So
that number 6 did not play the second half against them. They did against us.
That
and
number
lit us
6 could have played by himself out there that night. That boy, he put on a show for us that night. And so I've tried to watch him, keep up with him a little bit. Looks like we're going to go for 2. Oh, and it's a bad snap. He's going to pick it up.
No good.
No good.
That's okay. That's okay. We still got positive momentum.
And again, that was a
defense needs to get back on the field and get the offense the ball back.
You know what? I mean, Coach Williams right out there again, and I think Roy Dearborn was the center on that, or either 53. Is that Colby or Dearborn?
Dearborn's 53 or
That's
55.
What I thought. Yeah, 53, I believe.
Colby's 62.
And so Dearborn was center on that, and just going to have to get that snap up.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Ryan, I watch the films every week on these opponents that we play. I watched Atkinson County play Charlton, and if we could keep this ball game like this going to the fourth quarter, slightly ahead or slightly behind, I like our chances. Those guys had their hands on their hips the entire second half down in Charlton. They're big, they're slow, and they get tired in a hurry.
Well, my wife came through here. My wife was on her way to South Carolina today, and of course, this is her homecoming. She said everybody in town was hooping and hollering and carrying down the roads and carrying on and all. And she says they got to be tired before they ever start the game today, so it might be to our advantage. Nias kicks it deep. The ball's going to go in the end zone.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
Picked it up about
on
the 1 yard line.
Oh,
we need to make a play down there.
Man, Keontae had him by the shoestrings and he just kind of hit the brakes just that little bit.
Well, we kept him inside, just outside the 20 maybe.
Right on the 20-yard line.
But, the difference in this ball game and many we saw around is the number of possessions the other team starts on our side of the 50.
Oh, my goodness. There's been games we hadn't even started, hadn't even looked at the other side of the field.
You're right. Tonight they have had –
we're pinning them back.
This is their third possession.
Look at our boys right at the line. They're ready. And so
this is their third possession, and two of them has been inside the 20-yard line.
I tell you, that if we could have made that tackle there in the 1-2-yard line, boy, that'd have been huge.
That would have been huge.
See if we can't get the defense here to pin their ears back and keep them down here on this end.
They're going to go to a spread formation now.
Spread formation.
And try to throw the ball a little bit.
Oh, my goodness.
They hit a man in the seam, got him up to the 48-yard line.
What a great pass. That number 2 there, that was a bullet. Now, that number 2, has he been in there?
Yeah, like I say, I saw someone else in there earlier, but he was their quarterback the last few weeks.
They got one of the Rebels are down out there on about the 45-yard line, maybe cramping, I'm not sure. I think that's the guy who caught the ball, number 8. But, man, I tell you what, he shot that thing like it come out of a cannon. That was a great pass.
29-yard pass play up to 48-yard line.
We're just going to have to just know that that's possible. And number 7 there's taking his helmet off. I don't know if he's got his bell rung or he just got some grass in his head, I think.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, they line up in different formations throughout the ball game, and they try to catch you where you got wrong personnel in the ball game, to where you cannot cover, or maybe you got too many DBs and not enough linebackers, or vice versa.
The man in motion, got in on around. Now, I tell you what. I'm going to tell you what I didn't like on that play. Who was number 55? Is that D. Henry?
55 is D. Henry.
He just quit running. He had the opportunity to make the play and did not make it. He was jogging, he had absolutely, when you go back, and I know a lot of them watch this, and I don't mean to be mean to D, but you got to hustle. You can't sit there.
You can't quit.
You can't. He never started.
Never started.
He never started. It wasn't that he quit. He never started. You look at D. Henry, and he just kind of moped out there. Wasn't no hustle to the play. You got to get out there. So when you go back and watch that film, you're going to see that whole side did not hustle to the play. That's the first time tonight that I seen him not hustle, and there's the result is the guy tiptoed down the sideline, and in 2 plays, the Rebels just –
Well, let's see. We had a delay. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We had a delay earlier, but this play right here is kick is taking 25 minutes.
Well, we got to wait till everybody gets set now. And that is good. So that's going to bring your Atkinson Rebels up to 14. And Lanier County Bulldogs 12. And so we'll go right back at it, get our offense back on the field. But I'm hoping, I know that our coaches now have a new system where they're able to see some things and send it down. And so we got to get that. We got to get those outside linebackers and defensive ends. We got to get them. Got to move, man. You got to move those feet and get after the play.
That's correct. Now, our challenge now is going to be to answer that, not to get down, not to let the game get away from us, and just.
No, you go out there and say, all right. You learn from your mistakes and you get better from it. So we got CJ, Keontae, and Taekwon. Josiah here at our near side. Sharif on the far side. So that's our 5.
I bet if we run that play, that tape back, that kid stepped out on the 19 yard line.
I believe he stepped out on the 19 right there. There's the kick. Little squibbler up the middle. CJ picks it up. Dang. Big tackle there by number 5. You know, CJ never hit second gear on that one.
Never did.
He just kind of stayed in first gear coming up, and if he'd have hit second gear there, I think he'd have blown past that guy. So we'll start on what, the
About the 23.
23.
23.
So we'll start our
Just inside the 23-yard line. You know, something we can't let them do is get some momentum on their homecoming. We had them flat. They were flat. They didn't act like they was playing a homecoming ball game. They got a little bit excited right there on that last play.
Okay. And there's a snap. Gives it to Josiah, who found a little bit of a seam up the middle.
Pick up close to 5, looked like.
Yep.
4 or 5.
To all of those who are viewing the game tonight, I had 3 people tell me tonight that how much, Keith, that they look forward to turning it on on Friday. They couldn't make it up here. Some of them were working, but some of them were at home, and said that they were going to be listening to the show tonight. And so more and more people, of course, are picking that up. But letting everybody know that during halftime tonight, we're going to actually be off the air. We're going to reboot the system and having a little bit of technical difficulty. So Jeremy's going to reboot the system. So we'll be back at the end of the halftime.
Big first down. They look like E.J. Brown.
That is E.J. with a great catch there. Moved the ball all the way out to the 35-yard line. So if you are listening to us and you kind of tune in there in the halftime show, that we will be down for that period of time and rebooting the system, but we will be back in the top of the third. Last week we ended up, what did I say, top of the third? I've been talking to my son today. They had a game today, and so I've been talking baseball for this afternoon on the drive over. The top of the third.
Timeout Bulldogs.
Timeout Bulldogs. I think that's a good timeout there. And we've got 6 minutes and 16 seconds left.
Well, as quick as they are to blow the whistle on a delay, you might want to get one if you're slowing up. Close. If you're walking up to the line, you're running close.
That's right. You know, for our viewers, if anybody was still watching us at the end of last week's game, the last couple minutes, of course, there was a running clock, but our system went down, and so we didn't even get to say goodbye. So it just kind of shut off, and we did not have time to restart it. So we'll make sure that do our very best to get it all done tonight so that we'll bring you the whole game, because this is turning out to be a good game so far.
Very good game.
I tell you, if we could, even if we don't score, man, just moving this ball down there and keeping that momentum, and going into halftime 2 points down or 4 points ahead or 5, I mean, what a huge difference going into halftime would be for this young Bulldog team right here. And I know the speech that the coach probably got one in his left pocket, one in his right pocket, which one he's going to use tonight. And he's probably tired of reaching in that pocket with the motivation speeches. Hand off to Josiah. Josiah with a big run.
Picked up a first down all the way up over the 45-yard line.
That play was designed, Keith, to go to the right. And the blocking scheme,
back to the left.
The blocking scheme and everything, and it just blocked. I mean, everything just fell in right there, and he kicked it back to the left, ended up picking up a first down.
Nice run there by Josiah. One of his better runs of the season.
They hadn't made a decision to move the markers yet. Not sure. Well, we're going to move them or not. I mean, I can see from up here.
It's very clear the marker is on the 45.
It's on the white line, and that football
is on
the hash of the 46. And I mean, how do you not go ahead and move the marker?
That would be embarrassing to bring the sticks out to measure that.
Well, he's
going to be a penalty on Atco, looks like.
Oh, my. Move the ball. I guess we over here. I must have been a hit out of bounds or something. I see a flag right there at the marker on the Lanier County side. So it must have been a late hit or something.
Move us all the way down to the 44-yard line of Atkinson County.
I was wondering. I said, man, clearly that was a first down, but I didn't see the flag. And so that was a big 21-yard pickup there.
Defensive holding.
That was a great run there by little pitch out to CJ. got a lane. Another, well, I tell you, it's going to be close to a first down. I think it's going to be about a yard short.
He's going to need to get over to 35.
Yeah, it's
down
going to be about it's going to be about a yard short, maybe a yard and a half. I tell you, man, you know that pitch kind of scary. Went up to his shoulder, and but I like that little option we're running there.
8-yard pickup. We ran that yesterday with the JV. We fumbled it once, and they picked it up and scored. But it helped us a whole lot on the offense. It opens a lot of things.
I tell you, you know, with CJ being in the backfield, it's taking a load off of Josiah. Again with the pitch out there. CJ's going to turn. He's turned the corner. He's turned the corner. He's come back in.
Penalty way back here behind the play. Penalty way back behind the play.
Was there?
5 yards behind the play.
I saw a penalty way over there where the tackle took place as well. So there's 2 penalties on the holding. No. Oh, that's against us. That wasn't a holding call. That was a illegal block, wasn't it? Now, what was the flag way over there? Because he didn't call that.
So we're going to be about second down, and we probably lost the average of a yard there.
Yeah.
Back to about the 37.
But I tell you what, that play is going to work, you know. CJ's kicking around that corner. We're going to go trips out to the right side. CJ, Keontae, and Taekwon. Josiah to Rashad's left. EJ to the far side. There's the snap. Looks both ways. They got him in the backfield. Oh, and he fumbles the ball.
Atkinson County got it.
Atkinson County recovers all the way back on the 45-yard line. I tell you, the line collapsed almost immediately on that play. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but Rashad's got to recognize that and get out of there and get rid of the ball. He's got to get rid of the ball.
And but yeah, that was and holding that ball out there like that. You know, I mean, when you get in that, might as well just tuck it under and take the loss. But get that ball secure. Get that ball secure. Well, that was a huge loss.
Huge change. Huge turn of events.
That's a huge turn of events. And those are the things that make momentum change. 4 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the second quarter. The handoff, the numbers. No. He keeps it. Big. Oh, when Keontae hits him. Finally, Colton Hughes brings him down with about a 4-yard loss. Keontae came in there, looked like he was shot out of a cannon, and just went right past him. Head down, arm out. And
I think Keontae was looking for the strip.
I guess so.
As opposed to the tackle.
Those guys have got to break down. That's a couple times tonight we hadn't seen them set their feet and break down and keep their heads up. Don't put their head down. Number one, you can get hurt that way.
It's like that number 8 for Atco's going to the locker room a little early. Hope
I say that's okay. The kid that went down a while ago on the kickoff. I mean, on that long pass.
Quarterback's going to run it.
Yep.
Going to run out of bounds.
Maybe
back close to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10. Got that 4 yards back. Big play here for the defense.
Big play. Already 3rd and 10. There's a snap. Number 2 rolls out to his right. I don't think he's going to keep it. He has no intentions. I tell you, Colton Hughes had him.
We got him back there for no gain.
Colton Hughes had him, and then number 31. I don't know how.
That's going to be Kenye, and I cannot remember his last name.
It's not Williams, is it?
Kenye Williams.
Williams, right?
No gain. Going to be 4th down and 10. He might have gained a half
a yard at best. They're going to bring out their kicking team. That's going to put.
We need to stay away from that punter this time. Let him do his thing.
Just let him do his thing. And, I mean, we got 3 minutes and 39 seconds left here in the first half. So, I mean, we don't want to give him a first down.
Don't want to breathe on him. He might fall.
He could win one of those Academy Awards. The way he rolled around on the ground.
He come back in the next play.
He didn't. You thought he about broke his leg, and he jumped up and ran. Our two guys ran into each other. Oh, no, Keontae, get on the ball. Oh.
Touchback.
Touchback. Boy, that one could be devastating.
He's going to say we were on about the inch line, but that ball went in the end zone.
Oh, that ball was in the end zone. One of the judges saying it's in the end zone. Boy, I tell you what, how dangerous is that? Keontae took his eyes off the ball for that split second. Ball went. They're going to say it's a safety. How is it a safety, Keith?
Well, he possessed the ball. If he muffed it, it would have been a touchback. But if he possessed the ball, it's a safety.
It's a safety, and then we're going to kick off to them. And now that right there was
two weeks in a row we've had a safety.
Those are those penalties. I mean, there was nobody around you. You've got to catch the ball. You can't take your eyes off. You know, this is fundamental things here where you can't take you off the ball and secure it, because I mean, you know, the defense is playing a great game tonight, and we can't give up any points. So that's going to be 3 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the half. That's going to give the Atkinson County Rebels 16, Lanier County Bulldogs 12. But now we've got to kick off to them. So not only did we lose that possession, allowed 2 points to be scored, and now we got to kick off back to them with 3 minutes left in the quarter. So we'll be kicking off.
Just hope our defense can play as well as they did on that last possession.
We'll have to kick off from the
from about the 30.
30, that's what I was thinking, yeah. So they're going to have to back up a little bit.
Maybe the 20.
Is it the 20?
I think it's the 20 on a safety.
Yeah, it is. Big old Aeneas Dean, see if he can't put all of his foot in this thing and get this ball deep.
Well, here's where we just cannot break down. We got to keep playing.
That's right. We're down by 4 points.
That's right, and that's what I'm saying. You just can't break down and quit. You got to keep fighting.
You got to learn from that mistake.
I like that kick.
I did too.
Now we got the cover. Josh Sherman's slowed him down, and somebody else got him, and that's a good.
We've done that on just about every kick tonight. Is we've got down there fast, not breaking down and almost getting past it.
That's right.
I don't see no flags, so they'll start this possession here on their 41, 42-yard line.
No flags is close to a miracle.
Just a shade less than 3 minutes left here in the half.
These guys love to throw that yellow flag.
Yeah, buddy.
Like I said, defense here just needs to rise up, make a pretty good stop here. Don't let them score, keep them out of the end zone, and go into the half no worse than 4 points.
That's right. Little pitch. Number 7. Colton had him, and Sharice Bacon got in his way anyway and just jumped there in his lap and said, if you're going to score, you taking me with you.
Be a first down up over the 50, down to about the 47, 46-yard line.
Yeah, that was kind of a funny tackle, dude. He just got in front of him, just jumped up in the air and let him run into him and just held on and said, hey.
Down to the 45-yard line. About where they were on their last
possession there.
And for some reason, I've looked out this cloudy window the whole ball game.
Well, I have to say, I've been cheating and squeezing in by the camera over here where I can see it, because you can't see nothing out of these. He keeps it. Kelvin's got him in the back, but he can't chase him down. It's deep. He's got him. Keontae threw up a hand, but he didn't have nothing for it. He let too much cushion there go.
Down to about the 16-yard line.
He let too much cushion get in between him and the receiver.
29-yard pass play.
Good time for our defense to get in there. Colton's got him in the back. Oh, and Colton just did not break down again. Aeneas Dean with a big hit, but
he's going to score.
He's going to score.
About 10 people missed him. You
Keontae.
can't dive at his legs.
No.
If you're scared, just say you're scared. Hit the boy.
I mean, you can't hold you. They're going in with their head down instead of the head up trying to see what they're tackling. On that play, Keontae just didn't even break down the tackle. He just thought he was going to kick, go out of bounds, and he just kicked it back. They're not finishing that tackle. You gotta hit the guy with the ball.
Colton Hughes run by him like he was seeing double and hit the wrong one of the two.
He had him out there in the backfield by a mile, and but again, they're going in with their head down. You can't tackle what you can't see. Minute 56 seconds left. There's the snap, the kick, and it is good.
23-12, minute 56 to go in the half.
Yeah, Rebels up 23-12, so we're down by 11. We still have an opportunity here, though, to score, tighten this thing back up. It's not insurmountable. But our guys have, the one thing I hope the coach kind of communicates with them there at halftime is, hey, guys, tackle. Keep your head up. You can't see. You can't tackle what you can't see. And so let's make sure that you stay focused on what you're doing. This one-arm stuff, you started out good. They was coming out making great tackles. These last two possessions, they just kind of throwing their arms out there. I'm hoping they got something good in that concession stand to eat. I'm hungry, Keith.
We should get some extra time. They're having homecoming.
Yeah, that's right. It should have a little bit. There's the kick. Oh, my goodness, that scared me.
Well, that's going to give us
Colby
good.
Conley,
Colby Conley. Recovery.
I'll tell you,
good play there by Colby.
Yeah, just to catch it and lay down, Just smother it up right there. So that's a good field position.
Great
45-yard line.
Great field position.
Gives us an opportunity. That's kind of surprising that they did that, especially with the last one where we dropped it the way we did.
Better get the guys out on the field because they quick to blow that whistle for a delay of game. You'll be looking at a 1st and 15 very quickly.
Colby, who's a lot of times will be snapping the ball, looks like he is playing left guard tonight.
Roy back to center, it looks like.
Shot back. Oh. That was a good pass. I tell you what, we was looking not to get a flag. Looks like Kelvin had tackled one of the defensive linemen. Atkinson County band making their way over here to the sideline. Lanier County didn't travel too bad tonight. The visitor side over there is pretty full.
Yeah, looks good-looking crowd.
Got trips out to our right.
Quads.
Those quads. Rashad takes the ball, steps back. Hold that ball. Got a good stiff arm, picks up a first down.
Across midfield up to about the 41, 42-yard line.
And so he's going to pick up about 15 yards on that play. He's going to bring it down a minute and 40 seconds.
All the way up to the 40. That's going to be a 15-yard game.
We haven't seen that out of Rashad in the last, this year really. I hadn't really seen him use his legs the way that he has the ability to do. If it's there, take it. Had a good stiff arm there on one of their defensive players. We got what we got? Timeout? Oh, he's just waiting for the official to get to the side. There we go. I think somebody had dropped the mouthpiece.
That or he was letting them catch their breath.
Safety's over to the far left over here, our left. Rashad spit his mouthpiece out, picked it back up. Oh, man. Wow. That was one of those we were just lucky. That went right through the hands of Keontae, right into the chest of a Rebel.
Another little middle screen there that just didn't
Rashad
quite develop.
Rashad's kind of saying, hey, I don't know what the looks like CJ's playing for the Gators.
I think he's calling for the ball.
He looked like one of them University of Florida Gators. And
He
said,
was doing the
do
chomp.
the chomp, wasn't he?
He was doing the chomp.
That might be, Coach, give me the ball. I don't know what it was.
I think he's saying he wants the ball.
He's lined up to the right of Rashad in the backfield. He's back there to block. Rashad's he's going to turn the corner. You just need to keep going to the sideline.
Nunez picked up the ball. Fumble, and Nunez picked it up and gained about 12, 14 yards.
I thought that Rashad fumbled it. Now the white hat back here. Get up, Rashad. Get up. They're going to call him down, and that's a fumble.
Big gain there.
I tell you what, it takes a big boy to pull down the knee. It's Dean. Taking CJ out, bringing Josiah in.
All the way down to about the 23-yard line. 17-yard pickup.
Rashad took a pretty big hit on that play, but he's got to secure that ball. He went back and forth.
We're under a minute now. We got to start thinking about the clock.
Yep, 50 seconds, and it's running.
Got to start thinking about the clock. Got to get a little bit more urgency about it.
We got 2 timeouts.
We're going to run the ball.
We're going to run it.
We definitely got to call a timeout here.
Let's call a timeout. Coach is down right there on top of him.
And the clock still hasn't stopped. And we've
lost 10 seconds
10 seconds after he called the timeout.
Well, that's what happens when you in somebody else's house.
Not sure about that call.
No. Well, we lost at least 7, maybe 10 seconds from the time that the timeout was called. 35 seconds left. Well, Keith, we got the homecoming court lined up here on the track going around to the outside. And all the pretty dresses. And
I have a feeling, Ryan, we're going to get to see a lot of homecoming festivities this season.
Well, when you got a record of 1-9 for about 3 or 4 years in a row, they chomp at the bits trying to get, But we come here to play tonight. So,
That's right.
We're not just giving it to them. That's for
right.
sure.
Well, what's in saying that, my daughter, who graduated last year, we watched a lot of homecomings, and she saw a lot of dresses, and that made it very difficult.
Yep, that's right. That is right.
So you'll get to experience that.
I tell you, man, my daughter's a sophomore. Of course, she's cheering over there on the other sideline, and I tell you. Rashad steps back, throws across the middle.
Incomplete.
Woo! He threw it just a shade high and a shade behind Taekwon.
3rd and 10. 31.3 seconds to go in the half.
Or 3rd down.
About the 23-yard line.
Like to see us pick up at least the 1st down here. We don't have to score on this play. We still got 1 timeout. Still got plenty of time.
If we can get a 1st down, that stops the clock and move the chain.
That's right. There's a snap.
Rashad thought about throwing it and held it. Face masked, and I don't see a flag. We need to get a timeout. Clock still running. Timeout was called.
Come on.
3, 4, 5, 6 seconds runs off the clock after the timeout was called.
We've lost between 15 and 20 seconds on 2 timeouts. That's going to give us the time, though, to throw it one more time. Get at least one play.
I know for sure he can see it because I'm sitting 5 feet from him.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he ain't stopping it. Coach Williams out there talking to the white hat about something. Of course, I think he's talking about the face mask that wasn't called. When you see your player go down and his head's going one way and the play's going another, somebody's got a handful of some metal. And so Coach Williams was not happy about that and letting the white hat know it. We don't have to get a touchdown here, but we do have to get a 1st down. Kyle Brockington, Taekwon Baker to our near side, EJ to the far side, CJ on the right side of Rashad. I'm sure he's in there to help block.
18 seconds left, 4th and 20 for the Bulldogs.
Going deep.
That's got to be pass interference.
There it is. There's the flag. There's the flag. Pretty much knocked Taekwon down, and there's still 13 seconds left. That'll give us.
We were 4th and 19, so we'll probably be 4th and 4.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to, because you'll get to redo the down, right? So that'll still give us 4th down. Won't give us the first down, but the drive will stay alive here. You had triple coverage on Taekwon. They knew where the ball was going, and on top of that, Rashad got hit. The ball kind of fluttered.
I really don't think he knows where he's supposed to mark this ball from.
Well, that's evident by he might be in the NFL. Give us down there on the goal line. Boy, he's going to put it tight. Let's see where we at. So that's going to give us 4th and
4 from about
4th
the
and
17.
No timeouts. 13 seconds left. We need to score on this play.
4 and 6 for the Bulldogs.
We'll have a timeout. Berrien. That's good. Hey, we'll take that and give us a chance to. I said Berrien County. Now,
well, we play so many Rebels.
Rebels. I tell you what, you get talking about Rebels and things like that, and
We
Rebels and dogs.
We played the Berrien Rebels, the Atkinson Rebels, the Turner Rebels.
Turner Rebels.
Last year, the Groves Rebels.
The Groves. And so, but maybe I just need to call them Rebels, and I won't mess up with them. I appreciate you, Jeremy, clarifying that, and I apologize to the fan base and from Berrien and Atkinson. And so, but Atkinson County Rebels has called a timeout, which is good for us. That'll give us a chance to catch our breath, get a sip of water. This will be the final play, I suppose, before we go into halftime. I'm hoping, I'll tell you what I'd like to see, Keith, is I'd like to see him take off out there wide open. Don't even get the defense a chance to get set. Josh Shermans is in.
I like to see it hit Josh right over the seam right there.
You know, Josh has had those 2-point conversions several times. I sure would like to see Josh. Of course, they're going to double up on Taekwon. Got trips out to our right side.
13 seconds. Once again, under pressure.
Throw it.
Throw it in the dirt.
Pass incomplete. Almost intercepted by a whole lot.
5.8 seconds to go in a half.
Yeah,
Turn the ball over on
turn
down.
the ball over. I would guess they'll just take a knee. Josh was open, but he wasn't going to be deep enough to I guess he would have got a first down, but. Hey, y'all got 12 men. Hey, you got 12.
Got 12. You got 12.
12 on the field. We got 12 on the field. 12 on the field. 12 on the field.
Don't you? Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We have 12 on the field.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Run. Nah. And they just take a knee. So that'll bring us down to the final seconds here of the half. And your Atkinson County Rebels 23, Lanier County Bulldogs 12. And we'll sit here and watch the homecoming festivities and get us a break, and we'll be back with you at the beginning of the third quarter.
Q103.
Cool that I said all that. Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate.
Q103.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Q103.
Like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah.
Q103Lakeland.com.
Everybody have to leave? Where'd everybody else go? Oh, yeah, we can find somebody. I'll try. I'm trying to get a baseball player to do it.
All right, folks, welcome them Rebels back out on the field.
Looks like you need some pliers to adjust that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you attended Atkinson County High School and are a member of the class of 1988, if you're a member of that class, please come down to the 30-yard line just below the stands. They'd like to take a group picture with you. Class of 1988, 30-yard line on the southern end of the field. That's right down towards the concession stand. Please come down as they'd like to take a group picture with you. Class of 1988. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Everybody here? Everybody here?
You had it under control, didn't you? I just had a text saying, hey, why are y'all all quiet?
It's online now. Should be online now.
All right, there's a kickoff.
We already started.
Thomas Stafford on the carry.
All right, Keith, we're back. The end of the halftime show, the homecoming festivities here in Atkinson County. I'm a little out of breath. Me and Keith stood in line at the concession stands the entire halftime and made it back up the steps here just in time for the kickoff.
It's the hardest I ever worked for a Reese Cup.
I'll tell you what, I can't say much. I got a Chick-fil-A sandwich in Atkinson County, so I don't, the nearest Chick-fil-A is probably Valdosta, I guess. I don't know.
Tifton, maybe?
Tifton, I guess.
Waycross?
And Douglas don't have one.
Douglas don't have one.
So the kickoff, that's going to put them on the 45-yard line. Under center. Handoff right up the middle. And, man, Keontae was riding all over his back. There's a flag.
There's a penalty marker down.
We got one of our guys down in the back, though. I'm not sure. How it's Colton Hughes down, number 15. He's rolling around there. Looks like he's grabbing his shoulder. I think they're going to call a face mask. For those that's listening to us here online tonight at LanierCountyNetwork.com, I'm going to be eating my Chick-fil-A sandwich. We did not get time to eat it during the halftime. I thought with the homecoming festivities, Keith, we'd have a little extra time to catch our breath and talk a little bit and eat something. And it took the entire time. They have 2 windows at the concession stand. They only have 1 concession stand, and it was backed up. So that's a 15-yard penalty, personal foul. Takes them all the way down to
27-yard
line.
Cortez Robinson in there with a big stop.
Big stop. I mean, he had him right there. Did not pick up anything. Got right back to the line of scrimmage, and Cortez had brought him down.
Might have got a half a yard. Well, they moved it back. Could have been a half a yard. 2nd down and long 9.
Going back under center.
Fumble. Ball's on the ground.
Ball was on the ground, but
bad exchange with the center.
A little pushing, a little shoving down there. Third down and 9. Again, if you're just tuning in with us, we're here in Atkinson County. High snap is able to bring it in. Touchdown. Sharif Bacon saying it didn't, but that was definitely right on it. I tell you what, he put it right where he needed to put it. Well, for those who are just tuning in with us, the end of the half is concluded, and we just kicked off here in the 3rd quarter. And with a penalty and a few plays, Atkinson has come out in their opening drive and have scored. They will go for the extra point here. As of right now, it is 29-12, Atkinson County. Got a young man on the sideline cramping up. The kick. And it is good. So that'll be 30-12. So they came out with a bad penalty with a face mask, put them in great field position, and they were able to walk down the field and score.
Well, he had them 3rd and 10 there, Ryan, and let that guy slip behind the secondary. And that, I know we're a young ball team, but that's things like that can't happen. Not if you expect to win a ball
I would
game.
like to see him. Shreve put his hands up, but I'd like to see him look back for that ball to knock it down or whatever and go up and fight for it, you know. I'd take a penalty over a touchdown.
That's right.
You know, I'll take a you know, interference call more than a touchdown. And so
that's right. I don't know what coverage we were in there, but I didn't see no help from a safety.
No.
Sharif was kind of on his own, but he let the man get a good 3 to 4 steps.
He was throwing his hands up in the air, trying to deflate. But, you know, that play, you can turn around. All right, tackle the guy. He ain't going to score. Well, Josiah hit it. He kind of fumbled the ball around, was able to pick it up, maybe pick up a yard from the I think he got back to about where he was standing to start with.
Close to the 35-yard line.
I think Josiah rolled up on his ankle there. I see CJ and Colby Conley helping him off the field. That's not good.
We need somebody else to come help him, though. We need them guys to get back in the huddle. If we're not going to get a timeout, you know, the officials should break into action and let the kid get off the field. But
he's calling it now. Finally, the official called a timeout. Coach has made him over on the number to get him off the field.
Just shy of the 35-yard line, first down and 10, first possession of the second half.
That's not horrible field position.
No, but we got to make something happen here early, going down 18 points early in the second half. Got to try to get back in striking distance.
Oh. I don't know that if he might have lost 5 yards if he'd have caught that ball.
Yeah, that would probably have been a negative play.
That would probably have been a negative play. So,
don't know if somebody was supposed to block in front of him or what, but he had no help. Well, kind of out there on an island by himself.
Keontae was in motion, and, I mean, it was a long motion. He went way out.
Well, I don't know if that snap should come quicker or what, but he's almost turning up field, and that's why we got a penalty earlier.
And, I mean, he went deep on that, but, yeah, he's starting to turn up, and that's why we've already had that one time tonight.
He's either going to have to slow down or we're going to have to snap the ball quicker.
They got Rasheen, but he's coming off, bringing in Kyle. They better hurry up. Lining him up at the kind of a tight end spot there. Call timeout right here. That's not good. And I'm sure it's going to be a delay of game. He's picking it up. Well, there's not a it's not the best thing in the world is to come out of halftime and allow them to walk down the field and score, and then have to take a timeout on your first offensive possession
for the improper personnel.
For the improper personnel. So looks like we've changed up a little bit. We got Josh Sermons, Keontae, and Taekwon to our near side, EJ to the far side, and CJ in the back.
Taking a lot of time.
CJ and Rashad back there having a conversation. There's a snap. He throws it away. He's lucky, I tell you.
Rashad isn't having no time at all to get the pass off.
And they got CJ back there, and CJ's blocking. And, man, I tell you what, whoever it was just driving him right back. I mean, CJ had nothing. And whoever he was blocking, they was
pushing him.
He was just, I mean, they had him picked up and just carrying him on in back there to get Rashad.
Third down and 10.
Yep, 3rd and 10. Over the middle. Keontae's got it.
Oh,
he's got a stiff arm.
Not sure why he stopped, but he made
and he's on the races. He cuts back.
He fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the ball. Well, when you dance around enough like that and carry the ball like a loaf of bread,
they're going to knock it loose.
If you're going to carry it like a loaf of bread, that's what's going to happen. I mean, we end up taking a huge, man, that was huge. I mean, that was a, 50-yard gain.
Exactly 50 yards.
Was it?
Coughed up the football. He from the 35
and wasn't
all
hit
the way
that
to
hard.
the
That's the bad thing. He wasn't hit. I mean,
they just slapped it out. He was carrying it around like a loaf of bread, like you say, and they just slapped it out from behind.
You've got to secure that ball. He didn't secure it on the kickoff a while ago.
Trying to make too much happen.
Yeah, that's right. We got a man. Looks like it's going to be a false start. I'm not sure. I saw Anelius and another guy go at it. I'm not sure who jumped first. Offsides. My goodness. Looked like Rasheen Robinson was having a heyday out there with the ref.
Looks like they marked off 6.
Well, I tell you what, it does, don't it? They did mark off 6. Look where the. I tell you, if we don't get this crew again this year, it'll be too soon. In the shotgun. Hands it off, right up the middle, number 9.
Number 9, Sam Huddles, around the far side.
Trying to see what number that looked like. Number 4, that was Keontae.
Still
Again, he's going down at the feet.
Still a shoulder tackle. Jumping at his legs.
Jumping at, just diving at their legs instead of coming in and putting the shoulder pad in the gut and wrapping up and, driving them down. And that's going to cost because that guy steps over that. I mean, he's off to the races.
All the way up to the 29, about 11-yard pickup.
First down.
First and 10.
Again, he's in the shotgun. Man in motion.
Gonna hand it to him. Same play they scored on in the first half.
Man, and
again, we go by and wave at him and say, "How you doing?"
Colton Hughes just is, his head. I hope he watched this film and he'll see it. He's holding his head down. I think he's kind of looks like his arm is hurting him. I know he got hurt a little earlier, and it seems like he's kind of favoring his right arm a little bit.
4-yard gain. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 6 from the 33-yard
But
line.
I hope he goes back, Keith, and he watches this game film, and he'll see where he is holding his head down. You can't tackle what you can't see.
He would have a superb ball game if he kept his head up and made those tackles.
I mean,
he's getting there.
There's a snaps in the shotgun.
He's
looking deep. He's looking deep. He's got a man open. And again,
there we go at his feet.
Keontae's just diving at him. He comes back. Don't know if anybody's going to catch him.
He fell down on his own because we didn't tackle him. Down about the 16. He might
I think he cramped up.
Cramped up or something because he fell down on the 16-yard line.
He's down face first. He hadn't rolled over. I don't, that might not be a cramp there. Josh, our trainer from Valdosta Orthopedics, is out there as well. He's hitting the ground pretty hard. I think they're not stretching him out, Keith, so it might be a knee or something.
Not a cramp.
That's not a cramp. They're helping him up. It might be his knee. It's either knee or an ankle because he's not putting any weight down. But another big run there. I mean, again, it's that diving at their feet. You know, come on, tackle. Run up there, break down, fundamental football.
You're not trying to tackle Trisman Marshall. You're tackling a guy that's about 135, 140 pounds and you're going at his feet.
Exactly.
And you hate to keep saying that about the guys, but it's the truth.
But it's true. I mean, they started out, man. I mean, they made some great tackles at the beginning, the first, couple drives, and the defense had them back on their toes. They were making great tackles. Now they're diving at the feet and running past them, heads down. It just it's the same things you do in flag football or fundamental stuff. You break down, you make the tackle.
That's right. Yeah, speaking of Trisman Marshall, I saw Clinch was up on Wilcox about 29-0 at the half.
Wow.
Bad snap. We're back there.
Bad snap, but he's –
we picked the ball off, but
there's a flag.
Penalty flag. We knocked the receiver down. That's going to come back.
That's going to come back. Yeah, I think they're going to call pass interference on that, even though the play went the other way. There's a flag over there on that side as well. Trying to fix all this out.
This back judge over here, he gave us a touchdown early in the ball game, but he has not been our friend ever since.
I think they got a guy over there that may be cramped up or something. Their coaches finally made it over to our other sideline. Our coaches are not happy with the officials.
Thought we would never see another press box as bad as Tift area, but this one
I tell you what,
ranks right up
it
there.
ranks up there, don't it? I have about – we could stand on the outside. I mean, these go right out that window. Well, hang on, listening audience. I'm sorry, my bad. My bad. Me in the mouth. You can't see out that window. They're so fogged up you can't even see. Is that all right? Do what? Oh, I won't move now. I can see now. Well, Keith, we outside here in the fans. For those who are listening with us, we apologize for all the motion and commotion. The press box here at Atkinson County, the windows are so fogged up you can't hardly see out. It's not fogged up. They're just, I guess, in between the glasses or whatever. Condensation is so much. But so me and Keith has just stepped out here and standing in front of the press box in the bleachers here.
That's right. And Ryan's going to keep me straight. Most of my friends know me and know it ain't. I'm not good to be standing in the visitors' crowd, sitting in their bleachers. So I'm going to do my best to be as nice as I can be.
For whatever reason, the fans are everywhere but where we're standing at right now.
Well, that's right.
They are spread out all through here. They're still trying to figure out what we got going on over here. The official still standing over his flag that I'm sure on the gate.
Yeah, trying to see what they're going to sort out here.
I see our coaches over there having that conversation on what's going on.
Well, it's kind of confusing because I
don't even see where's the white hat at. Oh, I see him in the middle there now.
Yeah. If you got pass interference during the play, and then a penalty on them after the play, do those offset or?
No. Well, we're just to find out.
Are they going to move the ball? Undoubtedly, they're not going to call the penalty on the far side.
No. So the
interception. Both penalties was on Lanier County, one of the two.
The interception
it's going to be negated.
Going to be negated. That's going to bring them all the way down to the 9-yard line.
First down and
First
goal.
First and goal.
Atkinson County looking to put this game away mid-third quarter.
With the help of the officials. Quarterback keeps it, rams right through our guys.
He's going to score.
I'll tell you what. Josiah Hill, and I don't know who that other was in the back, but they just ran right between both of them. And, again, it goes back to,
tackling.
Tackling.
7:43 to go in the third quarter.
On Wednesday morning, of course, helping direct the FCA program there at the Huddle in Lanier County on Wednesdays. And Coach Williams had come in there right after our huddle, and we were having some talk and conversation. We were talking about tackling. That was one of the big things that we were having that conversation about, is with small teams and trying not to get anybody hurt, but trying to teach them how to tackle. It was like he's left that time, and he was. It was no good.
Pretty sure we was offsides that time, but we got away with one finally. You know, Ryan. We in essence we have three defensive coaches really on our staff. Coach Williams, of course, was a defensive coordinator. He hired Coach Detter, who was a head coach down in Florida, and he's the defensive coordinator. You have Coach Sean Sharp, who was defensive coordinator over in Pelham last year. So we have good coaches that know how to coach defense, but it's going to take some time to
mature our
these
guys.
young guys to mature and learn the process of what they're trying to teach them. And you see flashes of it from time to time.
Man, we started out the game tonight, and you saw it. You know, they was good. You know, made some great tackles. And then we went back to that arm stuff and diving and that kind of stuff. Again, you watch it, you see the mistakes, and you make the correction.
That's right. And, you know, it gets frustrating, and we kind of keep saying the same things over and over and over, but the guys are going to get better.
They're going to get better.
They have gotten better. And they're going to keep getting better.
And, you know, this is, you know, every game you get to build a little bit off of. And there's the kick. It's a deep kick.
End-over-end kick.
CJ takes it right on the 1-yard line, runs up the side. Looks like it made it all the way back to the 20.
Flag coming in from the back.
Maybe that's going to be a little bit of a late. That was Taekwon. I thought
that
was
Taekwon.
Taekwon. I'm sorry. I thought it was CJ. But Taekwon with the run. Maybe it's a late hit. Give us a little bit better field position. But right now,
personal foul, face mask
on the defense. So
that should give us 15.
That's right. It should bring us out at least a 35, 36-yard line.
Yeah, from where that flag's laying. Well, they only move that stick up to about the 30-yard line.
He ain't walked it off yet, has he?
He hasn't. chain gang just ain't real sure what's going on there.
Just kind of hanging tight. And that'll give us great field position to start here. 7 minutes and 36 seconds left. Again, your Atkinson County Rebels are up 36 over the Lanier County Bulldogs 12. Still got some time to we score here and you're still in the game, and so just being able to score here will keep us in the game and still got plenty of time. We're not looking at no running clock. There's a snap. Taekwon quit running. Uh-oh. What a great catch. And he held on to it. I tell you, you look back on slow motion, and that thing went right in his hands, come out, and went right back to it.
Rashad threw that ball on a dead run.
On a dead run.
And probably threw that ball, let's see, from the 35 to about the 35 on the other end, about 30 yards on a dead run. That's a pretty good ball.
He's not a big kid, and it just shows you the arm strength that he has. And not planting his feet, but we bark at Keontae for his bad stuff, but what a great catch, young man.
Definitely.
Little screen pass right back out to Keontae.
Nothing there. You're going to lose a yard or two.
He just don't have the size to – they're going to push him backwards. He ain't going to go very far forward. But no doubt that was a great catch for a young man who's had a couple of downers tonight.
Well, back-to-back plays, he's caught 2 balls. That ball there, that's his 3rd catch in a row. Lost a couple there, but on those other 2 plays, he had 96 yards receiving on 2 catches. Unfortunately, he fumbled that ball the time before. But
his 2 fumbles have cost us 14 points. So
that's right.
The one on the kickoff and that one, they have both those have scored.
E.J. Brown a little bit too high.
Yeah, a little too high. And that's a good pass, though. E.J. can go up there and get that ball. And
that dude body slammed Roy on that play, and there was no call. No call whatsoever.
I was looking on down the field at E.J.
Not quite sure.
I tell you, we've gone back and forth with our center this year. Roy's out there tonight, doing a good job. I guess Conley over on the, like I said, left guard. Snap. CJ blocked, but whoever was on the outside, I think Kyle Brockington had lined up as a tight end on that and just went straight out past the linebacker and didn't even bump him. And I didn't see that. I was just, I'm just, the way it all fell apart, that's to me what must have happened.
That's right.
And but Kyle was lined up as a tight end because that guy came in, that outside linebacker came straight through, untouched.
Lost 12 yards on that play. All the way back out to the.
You got E.J., Keontae stacked on the far side, and Taekwon and Kyle.
One deep across the middle.
What a great catch.
Oh, but he's going to turn the ball over on down.
Yep, he bobbles it and was able to bring it in. But, again, that's going to be we're going to turn that over on downs.
On the around the 16-yard line.
I wish that route would have been just a smidgen deeper. You got to go to the stick because that play means nothing if you don't get past the stick.
That's right.
But that was, I think that might have been EJ's first catch for tonight. And good concentration after fumbling the ball around a little bit and popping up in the air, and he stayed with it.
Well, that gentleman that held us up in line at the concession stand has found his way to the Atkinson County sideline. Not sure what his
he sure has.
Not sure what his role is out there.
I'll tell you what,
if we got a camera shot on him, you can tell why me and Ryan didn't fuss with him too much.
Yeah, I started to pop him on the back of the head and look at Keith and ask him what he was thinking. But he's lucky a lot bigger than me. The line at the concession stand was a mile long, and that guy worked his way up in front of us somehow and kept talking, and ended up breaking the line right in front of us. But pretty big guy.
But when you look like Evander Holyfield, you can do that.
But I think he's a daddy because he's down there. Number 1, is limping, and he's down there on number 1. And
that might be
my son told me if I ever come to the sideline down there, I said, Mama or Daddy? He said, it'd be the last game he'd let me come to.
Colton Hughes was way offsides.
Yeah. He had the beat on him, though, didn't he?
He did.
But that was offsides. And, but yeah, Noah told me, you ever come to the sideline when I'm hurt, unless a coach calls you down there, you're not allowed to come to another game. And I had to keep his mom in the seat a few times, but but I tell you, that's a hard feeling as any parent if you got a son laying down or limping and you don't know what's wrong. And but I believe that's a daddy there, number one, maybe. He's standing there over him. And number one hadn't, I think he's been kind of, his knee, I think, got tweaked on that play a while ago. He's the one that the turf tackled him.
That's right.
I think he got twisted up on it or something. He's in shotgun again, number 2. A little deeper this time. He's been throwing. We're
going to jump off sides and just give him a first down.
Colton's giving him 10 yards. What's he going to do? He's going to do some push-ups like who was that we played last week? I know Wilcox. I guess
the whole
that
defense now might be going
to
exercise a little bit.
Old number whoever that is right there said, I ain't getting none of that.
Taekwon said, y'all go ahead and do what you want to do.
There was the number 69 number was like, I ain't getting none of that either. He said, I'm playing both ways. Taekwon's like, hey, I'm playing 90% of these snaps, offense, defense, special teams.
Well, we jumped. Well, that's false start on that one. They're going to give us 5 yards back. Well, in the last 3, I can't say 3 plays. There haven't been 3 plays yet. Ain't been 1 play, but we've gone up 10, back 5. We went up 5, another 5, back 5. So they playing chess out there right now, and the clock, of course, just ticks away every once in a while. And first down and 15 from about the 21-yard line. Now they decided they're going to take Sharif out and bring Keontae back in.
Looks like about 15 for the Rebels.
Step back for the pass. He's got the man beat on this side. Yeah.
Got a hand in there. That's a good play.
See, he looked back that time.
He did. He looked back, found the ball, and knocked it away.
Threw the hand up. That makes a huge difference when you're not sitting there. It wasn't an interference. You reached up and went for the ball. And so that was a great play by Keontae. And that guy had him beat, and he's got him outsized. And the ball was there, but that was a great defensive play there by Keontae.
The winning number. That number is 613.
Bring up a second down and 15. Still back on their own 21-yard line. Still 5:25 to go in the third quarter.
I mean, if we can hold them here somehow, and if we could score at least one good time right here.
Timeout, Atco. Yeah, if we could get a stop.
And it makes a huge difference. We could be back in this game in a hurry.
Still a lot of time left in the ball game.
And so
we're down 24 points.
That was a timeout by Adco, and so they got several players over here. Of course, they got several out of the shoulder pads that had started the game, and I still ain't seen that number 8. Is he back out there?
Have not saw him either.
He went out in the first quarter, and I hadn't seen him back out there yet. I know he went to the field house a little early.
Right, a little early. They lost their starting.
And that might be him down there in shorts and a T-shirt for all I know.
That's right. They lost their starting running back for the season in the Montgomery game.
Oh, wow.
He was scheduled to be. They had started that game and looked to be their number 1 back, and he went down in that Montgomery.
You got any updates on Clinch County?
I do not.
I tell you what, man, I really had Wilcox after watching them play last week. I had them to beat Clinch County. They looked so good last week, unless that was just a fluke.
And a Wintersville Classic score.
What's they're going on?
Lowndes is up 33-22 at the half.
Man, that's a big game. I tell you what. If somebody's never been to that, that's if you love high school football, that's one you need to have is on the bucket list to go to. What you got? What? You got a blown whistle?
Another whistle, false start.
Got a flag on the far side, false start. There you go. Well, we still have yet to snap the ball. We went up 10, back 10. There's been 20 yards of penalty, and the ball is yet to be snapped. In 4 different.
That's right. Almost 4 straight plays. Let's run through some scores.
I got ahead,
here. Berrien County 19, Brantley County 6 in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Irwin County 54, Telfair County nothing.
Wow.
In the third quarter. clinch. That score was wrong, I saw earlier, I guess. 23-0 over Wilcox in the third. And then, of course, Lowndes over Valdosta now in the third quarter, 33-22.
Ooh. Had him right over the middle, but that was he was being pressured there by Kyle Sermon.
Kyle Sermon got it.
I tell you what, we ain't mentioned Kyle in a while. I don't know if he was over there on the sideline. I hadn't even seen him out there, but maybe I just hadn't seen him. But put a little pressure there on the quarterback, made him hurry it up a little bit, and he missed his man.
3rd and 20.
3rd and 20. That'd be a good time to pin your ears back right here and be disciplined, because I'm sure they'd like to get 5 of this back just by
you don't
hard
wanna,
snap.
You don't want to give them an automatic first down.
Even if they have to punt, let's keep back. I'd rather them punt from there than 5 yards makes a difference. There's a snap.
We're going after him.
Boy, Rasheen is right there on top of him.
He's got a hold to him.
Yes. What a great play by Rasheen. Rasheen went down.
He's slow to get up. He made a great play on that.
He's taking his time. He is getting up on his own.
Very close to getting a sack there. Great play by Rasheen.
He's waving it off. I think he's kind of limping a little bit.
Might have tweaked
I tell you what,
a little bit.
He's played hard tonight. I love that kid. He's a good kid, and he's I call him loud and proud.
That's right.
And he don't mind showboating when he gets it.
That's right.
And but he's played good tonight, man. I tell you what, I have been make sure that we give him a great shout out, because a lot of times we criticize these boys, and it's easy to do up here.
They still
and
14 to 17-year-old young men.
That's right, and I love them, man. There's some great young men out there, and the more you get to know them, the more you just love on them, and we hope to see these men be those who will contribute to our community and be the next teachers and school board members and mayors and whatever else is around, and doctors.
Exactly right.
And there's some great young men here. And there's the kick.
High
kick. Taekwon did not.
Oh, man, what a move he made on that guy. And he's going to get about 10 yards.
They should have had a flag right there. He was already out. Boy,
man, he caught that ball and sidestepped back. I just know he's fixing to get blowed up.
I did too, man. I was like, man, where's the, call,
He might have got 20 yards on it. Well, he got 15
yards after the catch. I was like, man, just do a fair catch, throw your arms up. And he never took his eyes down. Caught that ball and picked up another 15 yards. But that's the difference between, and there's nothing against Keontae, but the difference between the size and the athletic ability of Taekwon to Keontae. And, Taekwon's, 6'3" or so, and probably, I bet he outweighs Keontae, by 50, 60 pounds?
At least.
And so Keontae, he's tough to be as small as he is. He's tough.
I'd say Taekwon's probably 185, 190.
Oh, yeah, he's strong, too.
Yeah.
And so, I tell you what, I was hoping, because I was scared he was going to fumble the ball.
Run that little option
again. CJ's on the outside.
Oh, and he's got a seam. I think he's going to score.
Oh, what up the middle,
touchdown,
buddy. There you go, CJ
Johnson.
I tell you what, that little option has worked tonight. And I tell you, Rashad was rolling out to the outside, and just that little pitch looked like a Georgia Tech play, didn't it?
It did. I hate to say that, but yes, it did.
I know it. Georgia Tech has lived by that, hasn't he? And so we picked up that, and that's
4:54 to go in the third quarter. We've cut into that lead.
We've cut into that lead, and they're still, it looks good to look up there and go, man, I hope they run that clock.
It does. Chance here to
well,
cut
if we
it to 16,
that's right,
two-possession
man.
ball game.
We get a 2-point conversion here. Lanier County band over there rocking. Keontae in motion, a little pitch.
He's going to come up a little bit short.
I kind of wish he'd have just kept going on to the outside.
Kind of wish Rashad might have held
on to that one.
But I think that was designed to give it to him, and Rashad wasn't even thinking of keeping it. But
I don't think we've done anything on our conversion. Coach
Williams
Williams out there giving his boys some love.
He does. And, you mentioned something a couple of weeks ago up in Tift area about how he always goes out and checks on his players, and I noticed that again tonight.
Yep.
When a guy goes down, not only did we see Josh run out there from VOA, we see our coach run out there and check on him.
And when your head coach goes out there, that makes a huge difference. And of course, we kind of gave him a little hard time back a couple weeks ago when he didn't run out there, and the white hat official was kind of making a joke out of it that that a couple of our boys in the white hat was having to help Isaiah George off, and we didn't know at that time that Isaiah had broke his leg. And I'm sure the coach was over there and didn't even know he had gone down or whatever.
And at the same time, a player
it
two
sure
before,
wasn't personal.
No, it was not. Here's the story behind that. But player two ahead of that, E.J. Brown, had went on the field without an ear flap. He got hit in the side of the helmet, busted his ear, bleeding in from his ear, and had a concussion. Thus, the reason why he did not play last week. So coach was over there
working with him when Isaiah went down.
That's right. So that is,
and, it definitely wasn't personal.
That is the rest of the story.
And so yeah, but it wasn't personal. And I mean, because you see him going over there, and I promise you, Coach Kirk did not want to see. He didn't want to see any of his boys go down. He sure don't want to see Isaiah George. Isaiah was a big contributor to our
offense and defense.
Oh, absolutely. And he's being missed. But I tell you what, I've talked to Isaiah a couple times, and and I told him, I said, this is the time for you as a junior to be a leader of this team.
That's right.
Because you got to keep those guys on this team.
That's
I said, you got another season. You want these guys back next year.
That's right.
And you want them better. You want to have a great senior year. You be a leader right now and keep these guys motivated and picked up. I said, because that's going to help you make a great senior year.
That's right.
All these guys get discouraged and quit. It's going to be a long senior year.
Quarterback's going to keep it and try to come around this end.
See,
Taquan Baker,
I tell you what,
he wrapped him up.
Colton Hughes has had opportunity after opportunity tonight, and I've seen him. I don't know if he's struggling with something on his shoulder or what, but I mean, because he really impressed me back in the spring game against these guys.
That's right.
And because I didn't even know who the kid was, and then I heard the story. I think he came out of band.
Came out of the band.
And ended up, I was like, man, where's this kid been at? And he's made some great plays, but boy, tonight he's just keeping his head down. And he's not making the tackles that I know he's capable of making.
I agree, but I tell you what, if there's some more of them guys over in the band, like Colton Hughes,
we'll take all
we'll
of them.
We'll take them all. If they'll come on out.
Now, who was that? That was number D. Henry.
55, D. Henry on the stop.
And I've been picking on D tonight. He's, he didn't have to run after him, so I guess it was right. But that was a good form tackle, wrapped up and brought him down. Didn't dive at his feet, just came down and wrapped up on him and brought him down. Picked up only about a yard. It's 3rd and 9. This is the best I've seen our defense play this year.
It is.
Our offense has been about what it's been, but our defense has kept the offense in the game.
But
3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
They've defended the short field a lot this year.
The short field, and it's those kickoffs and those long balls. Got a little screen pass.
Turnovers. We got him wrapped up back
Kyle
there.
Sermons.
Hold on to him.
Kyle's got him. And
Shareem come in there and try to strip that ball out. I like that. Kyle, you got a hold to him, and I'll rip the ball out.
That's right. And hold him up for just a second.
Bring up a 4th and 9. So
4th and 9. They didn't. No, they actually backed them back up to the original line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So 4th and 10.
Lost a yard on that.
Lost a yard on that.
Last week, if you looked at the offensive stats for each team, Lanier and Wilcox, they were just about even. The difference in the ball game was 7 turnovers.
7 turnovers.
And
how many of those turnovers scored, though? It was like 5?
Wilcox County scored 28 points on turnover on defense.
And that,
And then if you figure up the points they scored after that with their offense, almost got to that
almost,
kick.
Boy, I tell you what, he was. Oh my,
Taquan. Taquan's got some room.
Got some room. Hit that corner.
Taquan might score.
Oh, he's going down the
sideline.
sideline. They ain't going to catch him.
He's not going to catch Taquan.
No,
Baker.
sir. Got a little stiff on him there at the end. Taquan run out of gas, but he did not.
Taquan took that ball 81 yards to the house.
No flags on the field.
No flags, and we're blessed.
We are back in this ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I hope Lanier County is still listening. I hope Lanier County is still listening. I know old David Pike had texted me just a little earlier. And
I'm going to have to look at that on film to verify that. It may have been further than 81 yards.
That was a great one.
It was close to 81 yards. That's going to be close to a Lanier County High School football punt return touchdown record.
I just got a shout-out from Jim Arnold over in Waycross. It says, listening and watching the game in Waycross, from Waycross, very impressed with the quality of the live stream visuals. And, of course, that great play-by-play commentating. So here's a guy all the way over on Waycross. Listen to the Lanier County Bulldogs go against these Atkinson County Rebels. And, friends, we're back in this ball game now.
We got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to
still
go in the third quarter and cut it down to 12.
I tell you what, man, they
can get it to 10 here.
Taekwon Baker was able to turn that one up, and I've been waiting on that. That's why, I've been saying, I mean, I like Keontae and all, but, man, putting Taekwon in the back where they kind of keep him up short.
Now, Rashad, keep the ball. There you go.
There he goes. And
there
he goes right up the middle.
There you go. Good job.
That's exactly what we said a while ago, Keith.
10-point ball game.
That's what we were talking about a while ago, that the same play that you said, I wish Rashad would kept it. Man, it just opened that hole up, and he just basically walked in. And so that brings us to 2 minutes and 11 seconds, brought this thing down to 10 points. And so you're Lanier County
Coach Williams out there getting his dogs fired up.
Oh, he's getting them fired up. Look at him, loving on every one of them. I love to see this coach and him back into it. I'm getting a text from Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama. There's Noah in Montgomery, Alabama.
Noah's in Montgomery. He wants to know. I tell you, he loves Rashad.
Tell him to turn on the live stream.
I know. That's what I told him. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. And
we need to talk to Jeremy. See, can we go over there and cover a baseball game?
That would be fun. Yeah, that's what we need to do is take the Lanier County Network to Bruton Parker one time and take it to Montgomery one time.
There you go.
You know that they're going to be playing each other. That
would be a good time to cover
it, wouldn't it?
If we can make that happen, that would be wonderful.
Noah, he always asks about Rashad. He loves Rashad. And
I don't know too many people that don't love Rashad.
I tell you, when Noah went down last year, and when he went down and Rashad stepped in, and, man, I watched those two boys just jail like something unreal.
Somebody's got to make a tackle.
Somebody's got to come around.
Andreas Anderson going to drag him out about the 46, 47 yard line.
There's a flag. The flag threw it all the way back.
From the white hat.
He threw it 25 yards. Blocking the back is what I believe is going to be blocking the back. In that area, from that position, that should be what that is.
About to be all he could see. I don't think he could see a face mask or nothing like that from where.
Because he threw it in. Now, what's interesting is even on that, Colton, he ran wide open down there, but then he just didn't finish up on that. And so,
he's only coming. But did he play last week? He's coming back from a big concussion.
That's right. He wasn't. That's what. You're right. And he's pointing toward us. Nope, going back. Nope. White hat says no. Go that way.
I'm not sure what he called.
I don't know what he called.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
My goodness, look at Coach Williams going, you got to come talk to me, White Hat. What in the world? He said, you need to come over here and talk to me.
Don't know what he saw there.
I don't either.
He threw his flag 25 yards.
25 yards, and
if this guy down here couldn't see it, and he could see it from 25 yards away,
he's hit the line judge over there in the back.
He don't have 10-20-20. He's got 10-10.
I tell you what, I just soon never have this officiating crew again. This is twice, and that's two times too many for this year.
I couldn't agree no more than that.
2 minutes and 1 second left here in the third quarter. Lanier County down by 10. Under center. Oh, right up the middle. Number 31 was able to make the tackle. But again, even he went down and kind of diving at the feet.
But a guy was down on about the 42-yard line and dove from his knees to the 40, and they gave him those 2 yards.
There's a flag.
That's definitely going to be on us for talking back there.
Yeah, we smack talking the ref. Now that's the penalty me and you were talking about a little earlier. I can deal with a hustle penalty. Don't like them, but I can live with it. But you got to not be disrespectful. It's not about you. It's about your team. You can't go out there running your mouth to an official, to a player. Let your play be your talking.
That's exactly right.
And it should motivate you to play harder. You know what? We've had bad calls on us, and they've had bad calls on them. That's going to happen, especially with this officiating crew. I'll put that in parentheses.
I'm not sure if we called a timeout there. We got our guys inside the numbers over there talking with them.
We've given them 30 yards
all the way down to the
run.
25-yard line. Going to be a first and 10.
They're going to end up all the way down there in the parking lot in the baseball field here in just a minute. We've given them 25, 30 yards.
Well, he's getting back in the ball game, and
Yeah.
then you go to shooting your own self in the foot.
Shot
That
yourself. Yep. And the refs ain't gonna help us none.
No, they definitely.
Handoff number 9, Sam's over.
Oh, there's a.
Breaks one.
I thought it was a fumble, but
Right about the 20-yard line.
Those kids over on the other side are throwing a little
football, and it's caught on the corner of my eye.
And it looks like a penalty getting thrown by that side judge over
Yeah.
there.
I've seen it twice.
2 or 3 times I've almost yelled, there's a penalty on the play, and it's that little gold or yellow football they're throwing back
just
to.
goes to show our age.
That's right. I turned 35 next year.
You turned 35? Well, you're older than me then. I didn't realize that.
That's right.
Well, we run it down to the last 50 seconds here in the third quarter. This may be the last play of the third, and they're not in no big hurry. He's under center. Hands the ball off, right up the middle. Kyle Sermons was able to.
Up close to a first down, up over the 15-yard line.
I'd like to see Kyle on that play right there and get his shoulders a little bit lower, and because he drove him back about 5 or 6 yards. And I'd like to see Kyle driving him back instead of being driven back.
That's right.
I mean, they kind of hit head-to-head. He's a strong enough young man, one of our senior leaders, that he should be able to just at least A, stop the guy, or B, let him be driven back.
That's
Some of these boys don't realize how strong they are.
That's right, and they hadn't figured that out.
They
yet.
hadn't figured that out yet, you know. And we just jumped again.
No flag if we'll get back. And
well,
I'd snap the ball if I was Atco and run a play while they're standing there looking.
No.
Somebody drug him down.
Number
from behind,
31 had him and ended up letting him go. Came right out of his hands.
Going to end the third quarter.
Yeah, that's going to bring us down to the
be
bottom.
Down just outside the 10-yard line, 2nd down and 5.
So as we finalize these little 2 seconds here and go into the fourth quarter, we'll pause for just a moment and hear a break from our sponsor.
Q103.
Cool that I said all that. Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate.
Q103.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Q103.
Like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah.
Q103Lakeland.com.
And here we're back. About to start off this fourth quarter, Keith. I tell you what, Atkinson hadn't just run all over us. And so our fans have stayed in position over there. We may have lost a couple. We've traveled pretty good tonight.
That's right.
And they've kind of stayed over here pretty good. It's their homecoming night. Nothing would be better than to upset Atkinson County here on homecoming.
Bring up about a 2nd down and 6, about an 11-yard line. We need a good stand right here.
Right up the middle.
We held on to him this time. Big
Amelia
Dean.
Dean. Boy, about letting him go. Again, Colton
got in there,
Colton got
helped
him.
clean it up. But that Dean made the initial hit there.
So actually
lose
probably
a yard
lost a yard on that play.
3rd down and about 7, long 6. 2 more big plays here. We need 2 more big plays.
Boy, I tell you,
keep them out the end zone.
Keep them out the end zone. Keep them out the end zone. I got a feeling they're going to keep going up the middle. They got that big old number 4.
Well, I told you that.
As a fullback.
I watched they get tired. They get tired and they
hands it off.
Well,
I tell you what, I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, we drug him down on about the 1 yard line.
But I'm going to tell you, about that big old number 4 went in there as that fullback. And I mean, man, he came in there hard.
For your Rebels. All right, folks, get on your feet. They need that extra push.
Yeah, I tell you what, at this point right here, we've got to stop the run. We got to load that box up. There ain't no sense of
3rd down and 7 and got
you
a
know
10-yard
good well
game.
there ain't no way they gonna throw it.
No,
and so we got to stack that box.
There
And
shouldn't
everybody
be
we got.
nobody with their feet in the end zone.
No,
Everybody should be
needs to
outside
get
the
tight.
goal line and
That's right. I'd
stack
come on
up that line of scrimmage.
Number 4.
He's in there.
Yeah, he's in there. Looks like maybe we got 2 guys down. I think Kelvin hit Kyle. And Kyle's rolling around down there, and we sure don't want to lose Kyle, one of our seniors. But I think Kyle got rolled up on by Kelvin.
That's right.
And both of them were down, but I don't think that's a cramp. The little huddle there is in front of our man, and Josh is down there with him. Coach Williams has run out there to the field. Well, the only good thing is, they scored, but we still in the ball game.
Still in the ball game.
It's 10 minutes, 51 seconds left.
This extra point will determine if we're down 2 possessions or 3.
That's right. And makes a huge difference right here. And so the kicker, I know he has missed 1.
That's right. You go way back now, way back to the first of the ball game. Safety on a punt.
Safety on a punt.
2 points is big. 2 points is big when you go to count possessions.
It looks like that might be Kyle's ankle or knee. I tell you what, man, we of course we only have a few seniors. We got Kyle and Rasheen Robinson and
CJ. Is it CJ? CJ's not a senior.
No, CJ's not a senior. We got 3.
Taquan Baker.
Taquan Baker, there it was.
There you go.
And so we only have 3 seniors. And, boy, I tell you what, they're great leaders on that. Kyle's a great guy, puts in a lot of hard work. And he's in some tremendous pain there trying to get off. And
that's right.
Might be his knee or something. So
I seen a picture of those guys, senior banners that should be up by next Friday night. Very good-looking senior banners. Photos and artwork done by Dwayne Culpepper.
Dwayne does a good job.
I've seen
him just a few minutes down there on the sidelines. And Dwayne not only does he take good pictures, but he loves these kids.
He loves these kids.
Man, and he knows every one of them, too. Softball, baseball, football, cheerleaders, band members.
Bad snap.
Somebody
keep him out of there.
He going to throw it.
Incomplete. That was huge. That was a huge play. Still a 2-possession ball.
2 possession. I tell you what, that went downhill for them from the get-go. And but Dwayne does a great job on he knows most every one of those kids by name. And I tell you what, he's the go-to guy. And
well, Dwayne is a local gentleman. His family been in Lanier County a long
dad,
time.
Did you read the article about his
read
dad?
That, and talked with him about that. Didn't realize his dad was
part of the NASA program.
And
I was reading all the information on that. That was a great article. And I talked to him a little bit the other day about it. It's funny. My wife was a cheerleader back in high school. And, of course, my daughter is a cheerleader now. And we had a picture of my wife when she was a sophomore. And it's funny. You don't have a lot of those pictures for whatever reason.
Right.
But Dwayne took that picture of my wife and recreated it with Chloe. And that was kind of neat. They're the exact same pose, exact same everything. And, he did it just right. And I thought that was really neat for him to do that for Chloe.
That's right.
So we could have a side-by-side of her and her mama.
Yeah.
And so anytime you
can
do
that,
that's
unique
kind of cool.
idea.
Yeah. But Dwayne to do anything, and there's the kick. Going to go over here to Keontae.
Hodges. Needs to secure that football. They reached in and pulled that thing out.
Pulled out. It wasn't even. They're not even trying to arm tackle now. It's just basically just pull it out your arms and strip the ball.
Well, including that run back there, we have scored touchdowns on 2 of the last 3 times we've touched the football.
Wow.
C.J. Johnson with a 35-yard run, and then Taquan Baker with an 80-plus yard punt return. So
Kobe Conley a little slow getting off the field.
Well, you need Kobe in there. He needs to.
Yeah.
Certainly you got 50 cents in your pocket. Don't stop there. Go ahead and spend that dollar, get 4 of them, help them out. If you don't want to eat sweets, give them away.
Kobe trying to give him a little bit of water.
Yeah.
He's gassed. And so, Kobe, he's a funny boy. He is so funny.
Need to see if we can punch one in here.
So we've got EJ and Keontae stacked on this side, and got Taquan and CJ stacked on the other.
Empty
a good snap. Rashad rolls off to his right. Ooh, and he was about to. He reared back to throw it, but just couldn't get it off in time.
Well, he really didn't have anybody down
he
there.
didn't, and that was probably a better because that's going to be an interception more than likely.
If he's on this side of the field now, he probably gets Keontae Hodges wide open on their 40-yard line. But rolling out to the right, he was no way he was going to see that.
We ended up losing about 5 on that.
All right, folks, I've just been told I don't know how to add very well, so $1 will only get you 2 cupcakes. So put on an extra $1 so you can get all
2nd
4.
down and 14, about the 23-yard line. Trips to this side. Looked like he's going to run that option and keep it.
Going to keep. Ooh, took a big hit.
Looked like a helmet-to-helmet there.
Yeah, it did.
Rashad ain't getting up.
Rashad Brockton on the carry.
He's a tough
Get
kid,
some help.
man.
Yeah,
He's a tough
up,
kid.
He's up over to 30.
That was a great run there. Of course, they were looking at that option with CJ to the outside. Rashad ended up just kind of keeping the ball and tucking it in. And
On their own 33-yard line.
9 minutes, 36 seconds left. Again, Rashad keeps it. I don't even know if he can make it back to the line of scrimmage that time.
Might have gained a yard, maybe a half a yard. Going to bring up a 4th down and about 5.
And that's going to bring out our punt team.
Well, Rashad is the punter.
Yeah.
So let's see. We here where we thinking about maybe trying to go for this. 9 minutes to go in the ball game, down 2 scores.
Well, you got 2 timeouts. Maybe you can try to draw them off sides here and then make that decision if you have to. I had the guy on the outside jumping. Yeah,
Call timeout.
That's kind of what I felt was going to happen.
False start.
What the world? Where did that come from? I saw the outside guy here, number 17.
Well, our right side of our guy put his hand on the dirt right side of our line and then stood up, and that's a false start.
Good gracious.
4th down and 10.
Well, that changes the complexity of everything there.
Looks like some defensive guys jogging out now.
Yeah.
Probably going to punt that thing away. 4th and 10 on their own 27, maybe 28-yard line.
They're sending number 7 deep. He'll make his way down there about the 40-yard line.
Colton Hughes in again as a long snapper.
He's done a good job at that tonight.
He has.
I know we've
changed our punt formation too. We
Yeah.
quit sending that guy in motion. We put the
and
3 bears
some,
back there.
Yeah, we put some bigger guys back there as well. Now that
low
one,
snap, kicks away, low end over end wobbling kick. Keontae down there all over it, gonna let it roll.
What a great kick there! I tell you what, that ended up. We got a guy down there. I thought he was. Him and Colby kind of jawing at each other a little bit, but that was a great kick there.
That's going to be a 49-yard
40
punt.
yard, yeah, that's a great 49-yard punt, rugby style from a left-footed kicker.
Who is a right-handed quarterback.
A right-handed quarterback, left-handed kicker, and 49 yards and never got more than 5 foot off the ground probably.
That's right. All the years I've had Rashad play baseball with me, I never knowed he was a left footer, right-hander. I may have tried him pitching left-handed because that boy could throw it from the right side.
I tell you what, man, he's just an athlete. I can't wait to see him by his senior year. I hope he continues to work hard. And such a smart kid, and I know he's got a great future. He's under center. Oh, why wasn't that a hole? Why they had Keontae held up.
We hadn't brought him down yet. He's up.
I'll tell you
the 40-yard line.
He had. They had Colton Hughes. You can see nothing but jersey
Just
right in front of the white hat there. Colton had his hands up in the air like, come on. And didn't call nothing.
16-yard play all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Our defense, of course, is a little tired.
They need to make a stop here and try to get the offense the ball back. Doubt Atkinson County even considers throwing the ball. Somebody got a hand in there and tripped. It might have been D. Henry.
I think it was D. Henry down there and got him by a shoestring.
May have gained a yard.
You know, when you look at D. Henry, his body, man, he just looks like a fullback or a running back, you know.
Well, most of his younger career, you know, rec football, middle school football, that's where he played.
But the thing about it is he just don't have a second gear.
That's right.
He ain't got much of a first gear. And,
you know, D. Henry is
what a good play
in there.
Play.
Is that Neil Justine or Kelvin Gaines?
That's Kelvin Gaines.
Kelvin Gaines with a big
54
tackle.
was able to bring him down.
But D is Rashad's uncle.
Really?
So Rashad don't mind. I better say too much, to D. If I'd ever said too much to my uncles, they just like my daddy, they had the opportunity.
Right, yeah. You didn't mess with the uncles.
That's right.
That's too funny that D is Rashad's uncle, though. That is funny. But, yeah, if he ever finds second gear, I caught up with him all the time. He likes to sit on the couch and play video games way too much. And I get on to him all the time. And but he's just got the perfect-looking little body. All right, stay on him right there. You got him. Don't let him
get behind you. Incomplete.
That's incomplete. Now,
what's this
the
flag over here
They hit each other. What in the world? He says holding on the defense.
Holding on the defense.
Holding on the defense.
He throwed that flag way after the pass had been thrown.
They were laying on the ground.
Nobody. That is a bogus call.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, you hate to say officials cheat, but these guys right here definitely cheat.
Well, we've had them twice this year. Again, Frederick Academy in here, and I tell you, they haven't gotten any better since the beginning of the year.
Defensive holding. Never happened. Ain't nobody held nobody.
He just went there and talked to the other guys. Says, well, I might as well. Wait a minute. They have they're going to mark it from the.
I had that same gentleman that throwed that flag. He umpired travel softball game for me about 2 weeks ago over in Moultrie, Georgia. And just needless to say, I let him know just how sorry of a football official he is.
Well, so we got you to thank for the poor call tonight.
Maybe so, but I mean he.
Well, Kelvin Gaines had him by the shirt tail and brought him back. Kelvin did not. Kelvin's doing good tonight. We don't call his number as often. But I think we've called it more tonight than we normally do. He's done a good job tonight and playing his position. He's come a long way. I actually lost about 2 yards on that play. I'd have to go back and watch that last the replay of that last possession, because I tell you that I hate it. I hate it when things are going good, and of course those two guys run into each other out there.
Well, when the officials take it away from the kids, as
Cortez Robinson's got him chasing down, but he hit the corner.
Monte Williams on the far side.
First down.
Somebody just
turf one of our guys up on the sideline over number 35.
Somebody didn't push him in the back.
I don't know if something just look, he just fell. And look, nobody was around him.
Spot the ball about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Rebels.
6 minutes and 9 seconds left. Boy, I tell you, if we're going to have any chance to tighten this thing up, it's going to be we cannot let them score.
No, we're running out of time here. And that call, defensive hold, and that call pretty well took the wind out of ourselves.
That took out the wind there.
Let the kids decide it on the field. Don't.
A little pitch.
Number 7, Tyson
I say there's a flag again. Flag from the back of the end zone back there.
There was a flag on the play to the far end of the field.
I have no idea.
Holding on the offense. I think that guy's going to try to make it up.
Yeah, he said, I saw what y'all did to them boys.
So you're going to throw the penalty down there on the 10-yard line? There's no way there was no player.
There was no player even
anywhere near there. The holding had to been up here around the 20.
He's pointing that way. I don't think he threw the flag far enough.
He's going to move it to the 15.
Back them up 10 yards.
It'll be a holding call against the Rebels.
So that'll give them first down.
First down on about the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
That 1st and 10 for your Rebels.
Penner's back here. I tell you, Kelvin's been getting some great penetration there, number 54. I like to see him get on back there on this. And oh, man, they went out to the outside.
On the far side.
Who in the world? I think Rasheen looked like he had him and just rode on his back all the way down to Aeneas was able to help
about
him
the
on out.
8-yard line.
That was a big run.
17-yard run.
That was a big run there. Rasheen just could not quite bring him down. Go back to our sideline over there. See, our boys are starting to scatter back out now, like they were at the beginning of the game, all the way down there, and kind of taking themselves out. Little pitch back.
Holding.
There's a holding right there on
they've held
CJ.
And the same official, he's not going to call that flag.
I mean, he's standing right in front of him.
He undoubtedly has had something happen to him.
I
in
know
Lanier
what
County
happened
that
to him. Evidently, Keith Newbern said something to him at a baseball game or softball.
Well, it'll be worse next time.
Was it softball or baseball?
Softball.
It was softball. Your little girl playing softball.
Now
I saw a picture of your little girl the other day. They won. I saw it had a ring on it. I guess they won the.
They won the fall league over in the Joe Wilson's USSSA fall league, and first time they had played any live pitch. Colton Hughes in that
Colton
time.
Hughes, that's one of the better. That's the best tackle he's had tonight. Number 15, Colton Hughes. We've been picking on him tonight for tackling one arm and diving at the feet and going in your head down, but he actually had a good wrap up on that one and brought him down. That's 3rd and goal from about the 4-yard line, maybe 3.
Maybe down around the 3.
Yeah, about 3-yard line. Our sideline over there in our stands are pretty quiet. Band's kind of quiet. Cheerleaders are quiet. Hands it off to number 4.
Slipped right through that time.
Yeah, Colton had him, and he slipped right through Colton's hands. And so, you know, the thing about it is Colton's been there tonight. He just hadn't made that plays. And so, give him a little bit, knock the rust off. Maybe he'll be back a little stronger and better next week. Now, you were saying a while ago that EJ went out without an ear flap.
He did. He went out. That's what.
He didn't have enough sense to put a helmet on without an ear flap?
I guess not. It comes ear flap.
I bet he won't do it again, will he?
I bet he won't.
I mean, if there's part of your helmet missing, you might want to ask the coach either call somebody else in or take it to something.
Went out without it, and then the odds was he got hit in that ear.
Hit it right in the ear. And so 4 minutes, 19 seconds left in the ball game.
Bounced the snap up there.
It looked like it was wide. No, it was good. It was good. That's going to bring them up to 49.
49-26.
All right, Atkinson County Rebels 49, Lanier County Bulldogs 26. Score don't show it, but this has been a better game for us. We've taken a lot of the problems and a lot of the mistakes that we've made the first few games that we played, and the coaches have worked on them. And still got some work to do. Still got to be able to figure out how to motivate some of these young men. But, you know, I mean, you're looking at it, and for our listening audience, you look out here and you see those numbers. These are the same numbers you see on that field 90% of the time. And that's the good and the bad about, you know, single A ball.
It is.
You know, I know I used to talk to Noah about it all the time. He says, man, you get to play offense and defense and special teams. You're the kicker. You're the punter. You're the quarterback. You're the safety.
That's right.
But then you wake up on Saturday morning.
That's right.
You feel it. But, you know, I mean, and these guys, when you get down here in a tough ball game like this, especially, like last week and you're blowing out, it just, you know. But tonight, they're going at it. And so, I mean, those guys, your starters have really stayed in there tonight. And so you know they're tired.
But a good thing about it, you'll see most
That's
of them
going to go right to Taekwon. Oh, and he dropped it again. That's twice he's done that tonight. He's going to have to tuck that ball a little bit. He's down to the outside. He's looking for his blockers. He's going back up.
He gets one block.
Ooh, number 44, that fullback. Oh, and he got a horse collar. Well, finally, this guy on the backside has thrown a flag.
After he knows that the outcome has been decided, he will give us a call.
He's going to call. I don't know that. I don't know that I actually agree with that one that time.
No, he
actually getting more of a jersey than he did the collar. They're going to talk about it. They may take it away, but he sure snatched him back though. That number 44 is a strong dude.
He is,
and he's made some holes for the run tonight, and he scored tonight. So that'd give us an extra 15 yards, I believe.
Put us down close to the 40, 38.
He lost
38-yard
count
line.
somewhere. He lost count.
38-yard line.
So that's great field position right here. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left. That was a great run there by Ty, but again, we've dropped 3 kickoffs at least, because Keontae dropped that one that ended up going in and getting a safety, and then Taekwondo's dropped 2.
That's right.
And so that's one of the things we're going to got to work on. Have to get them on that jug machine or something. But Josiah to Rashad's right. Plenty of time. Oh, man, Keontae was wide open. Rashad's going to go for the first down.
Run to the sticks.
Two of the Atkinson players about killed each other going out of bounds over there.
That's right. Nice run by Rashad.
Nice
there.
run. He didn't try to do anything fancy.
I would like
just pick up the first down.
I want to see how many yards Rashad have tonight rushing the football without the negative plays that he has for on the sacks.
Right.
Unfortunately, quarterback runs the ball and he gets positive yardage, and then if he gets sacked,
he loses.
He loses yardage. So.
But he didn't try anything fancy that time. He didn't.
He just
ran the ball,
ran to the sticks,
and ran to the sticks, and went out of bounds. Stopped the clock.
Rolling this way this time.
Look out for your backside. Look at your backside. Oh no, I saw that coming. That's going to be a pick 6 there. Ain't no way Kelvin Gaines is going to catch him. No flag. Rashad came around there and did not plant his feet and kind of dumped it off. And of course, Keontae just don't have the height. Boy, you know what I hate going away from this game with the score what it is.
But it isn't indicative of how you play the football.
It is not indicative of this game, and I hope these boys can hold their head high tonight, because the game has been a good game. And I think that they've got something that they can build positive, something positive from. I think the coaches can sit down and analyze this film, and I know they spend a lot of time in the film room and looking at these things, and at the end of the night they'll be able to figure this thing out and say, hey, these are the positive things that we did. Well, we've been looking at it from the negative side enough.
That's right.
Now we can actually bring some of the positive from it. That number 82 out there for Atkinson County, that's a big old tall drink of water. He had been in the game. They've thrown it to him one time as a tight end tonight. It was low, but he's a big old kid. He's got to be 6'5", 6'6", and 200 pounds. He's just a big kid.
He's got to be an inch or two taller than Taekwon.
Yeah, and so he's not been in the game tonight. Like I said, they threw it to him one time, and it was a low pass. But, he's the tallest kid probably out there tonight, big kid. And so I don't know if he's a sophomore, junior, senior, I don't know what he is, but he's got a good-looking body.
That's right.
Well, they will bring us down to 3 minutes and 38 seconds left over here in Atkinson County. Atkinson County is celebrating their homecoming tonight. Matter of fact, the king there for this year is walking down the steps right in front of us. And I know that he's happy, giving some his friends and fans here some high fives. And so I know that they're going to have a good time this weekend at homecoming. But they do lead the Lanier County Bulldogs 56-26, 3 minutes and 38 seconds left.
Ryan, something I've been going to mention the whole ball game. I've been looking down I guess that would be the south end zone, left-hand side of the field. They have an old Ford pickup parked down there.
They had it there. I've seen it there before.
I was wondering if they was raffling that thing. I was going to get some tickets before I left.
Can I buy? I think it's kind of like the old Georgia Tech.
Catch that ball.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, please tell me it's out of bounds.
Well, he caught it in bounds and dove out of bounds. So it's going to be Atkinson County's ball, it looks like.
Sheath bait.
He still hadn't indicated which direction, but I'm pretty sure.
We got Bacon is down here, number 6. I think if I let the ball go with them arms right now, I think I'd stay down a little bit down there too. I don't know what he did. I didn't see how he got hurt. He's holding on.
No indication yet of who has the ball, but Sharif looks like he might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
I think he got the wind knocked out of him is what I think. I don't think he's caught his breath or maybe rolled up on some parts.
Josh and Coach Williams has got their exercise tonight.
Yeah, they've come out quite often. And it seems like every time they go down, it's all the way on the near sideline to us.
That's
and
right.
so they've had to go 50 yards to go across the field. But yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me of, you know, Georgia Tech, which I'm not a Georgia Tech fan.
That's right.
I mentioned them a couple times tonight, but what they got, that car they got, I can't.
Ramblin' Rick.
Yeah, that's it.
I almost said that, but I'm not a Tech fan.
Well, that's when I saw it. That's what it reminded me of, and I don't know what but this guy, this decals on.
Yeah,
they're
gonna give them the football.
It's a good looking truck down there. Whoever did the restoration on it, it's a good looking truck.
It is.
Well, I tell you that one right there. You know, again, the score's not going to indicate the play of this game, but again, that we've got to catch those. We've not done well on the plays. There again, you saw Colton Hughes had him in the backfield.
He's got 5. He's got 10.
Our boys have kind of dropped their shoulders now, and
He's pushed out of bounds.
Colton's rolled up on his ankle, I believe.
That's going to be good for a Rebel first down.
Coach Williams on somebody. Colton had him in the backfield again. He's been there all night long. I know he's gotten some licks in tonight. 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the ball game. I don't think we have it. 10 players on the field. I believe that was I think Cortez Robinson had him by the shirt tail and did not. No, that wasn't Cortez. That was number 31, not 21. And but he did not let go. He just said, "You just have to drag me with you." Colton trying his hardest to tap out. Coach ain't. Coach paid him any attention yet. He's looked over there. He's walked on that side over there. He ain't tapped his helmet yet, but he's begging that coach to send somebody in. Right up the middle, number 9.
And off number 9, Sam Odoms.
Colton hanging on for dear life, and somebody else come in. Well, no, that was 35, not 15. So
now I tell you what I just saw. I just saw Kyle Brockington, number 9, who is a sophomore, step in. Rasheen got kind of slammed down on that one and jumped up with a little bit of anger. And Kyle stepped in there and held him back and said, hey, you know, calm down and settled Rasheen down. Rasheen's the senior.
And that's good to see.
And what's crazy is Kyle's got an anger. He's usually that guy.
That's
right. So Kyle's usually that guy. And he was the one holding his head up and keeping.
Williams keeps the ball and comes around the near side.
And Rasheen just got in on that tackle. And horse collar. They're going to call him a horse collar. There's another flag.
And there again, this guy here, the side judge, didn't see anything. But the back judge throws the flag.
We got a guy of ours face down. He's getting up. I don't know who it is. I think it's Keontae. Yeah. It's Keontae, but Rasheen, they're going to call a horse collar, I think, on him. And it may be these may offset.
Was there 2 flags? I didn't see.
I think it's either 2 or either 3.
Unsportsmanlike on Atco.
And it's going to be probably a horse collar on us. So those will offset. Well, no, they walking it off, which I have seen them walk it off and turn around and walk it back.
Call's going to be against the Rebels. Personal foul. 15-yard penalty.
I really thought they was going to call that a horse collar.
Must have been a block in the back or something in there.
I have no idea.
Back the ball all the way to the 41-yard line.
It's going to be 3rd down and about a mile.
I guess they're going to replay that down.
Yeah, I guess so. Be 3rd and, what's that, 25? That's 4th down. No, they changed it. It's 4th down.
Fourth down.
4th and a long way. They're going to take out, they're going to send in the old punt team. Now, the whistle had blown at that point.
So it was after the play is what was the.
But I'm saying, but the whistle had blown, and now they're going to change out. So, the clock.
They're going to allow them to switch balls.
Yeah, have you seen that ball they've kicked all tonight? It's that real pale looking one. And every time they've kicked tonight, they've used it. It looks like a rubber ball to me. I'm sure it's leather, but it looks funny, though.
It does. Look, that's when you ask your ball boy to get back there on that kick and catch that ball and bring it to your sideline.
Good kick.
let the air out of it, and send it back. And if that thing's got helium in it, odds are they don't have another tank.
I think I watched one of those Mythbusters or science things that had the helium and all. It didn't make that much of a difference, but now the kind of ball that it is, the texture and the things like that. But
that's right.
Of course,
it has to have that.
But you look at that ball;
GHSA.
it is so much different than the other balls.
It is.
It's just completely different than the other balls.
Now, I don't know about Coach Williams. I've been up here with you guys this season, but in the past years, I've been over on that sideline and with several coaches. I've been with this program a long time, and they have a special ball. Is the kick ball, and your ball boys, one guy's responsible for that kicking ball, and the other two guys are responsible for the other balls. And generally, we use the slickest ball there is to punt.
Well, I know that the way ours was is Noah had a ball and Rashad had a ball. One had RT on it, one had RB on it, and that's what they went with. And I don't know that. Of course, now when Metzner came in, I don't know if he had his own ball they like to kick with or whatever. But Lanier County don't have that many balls because we, as poor as we are, we was lucky to get any good ones anyway. I mean, I can remember Noah standing on the sideline going through a bag just trying to find one good one. Them things about $100 a piece.
They high.
They are high, boy. You go like Lowndes County, they got truckload of them over there. I think we're just letting the clock run out. That's 30 seconds left. That's going to bring us down to the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Your Rebels have beat the Lanier County Bulldogs 56-26, and we will be at home next week against
the Turner County
Rebels.
The orange Rebels.
And that will be our homecoming. And so we hope that you'll tune in with us. If you're looking for a place to advertise your business, get a hold of us. We'd love to have you as one of our sponsors and let our community know that you support these young men. But, Keith, appreciate you, man. And looks like we're going to be able to take this last play right here. Looks like Rashad's going to I wish he'd just kind of take a knee right there.
He's down across the 40-yard line.
And that'll take it to the end of the ball game. It's good to see you, and I hope that all of you have a safe trip back home.
Atkinson County Rebels.
Q103.
Cool that I said all that. Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's delicate.
Q103.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Q103.
Like you roll around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah.
Q103Lakeland.com.